Racing Association featuring online leagues like the DSR Electric, Blanchard towing and recovering Xfinity, concerns of police survivors. Jacob and Wesley bringing you all the commentating. Is there beef? Is there beef? This racing is so exciting. They rock the NASRA network. That Biggles cracking them up in the background. It is racing at Atlanta. It is racing at Talladega. Never turn right. Ooh, go baby.
The Mania Club Champions of Hope Foundation thrives on the strength of its global community of over 80,000 passionate fans united by a shared love of professional wrestling and a commitment to making a difference. While the foundation was founded to advocate for pediatric cancer awareness and mental health support, it has grown to champion and support multiple initiatives aimed at creating meaningful change in communities worldwide. Through dynamic fundraising events, awareness campaigns, and initiatives that foster connection, the Foundation supports causes that uplift individuals and families in need. From empowering children and families facing significant challenges to creating opportunities for hope, healing, and progress. The Mania Club Champions of Hope Foundation is dedicated to being a force for good. This connected and compassionate community continues to inspire action and drive impact, ensuring that hope and support remain at the forefront of all its efforts. Donate today and join the cause at mcchamps.org.
Hey, welcome to the 2024-2025 NASRA Cup Series Championship race as we close out our season with 115 laps here at Auto Club Speedway with 6 guys in the running for the championship spot. All 6 of our drivers are now up front here and behind the pace cards showing off their car paint schemes, and we'll go over with who is there and who's in this final 6. So you've got Justin Clapper in the 63, Bo Tiffany in the 35, Jonathan Cofield in the 58, Jonathan Larch. Sorry, hang on. Make sure I get his name right. I don't want to make Michael Larch in the 2, Jeff Merck in the 60, and Matt Holmes in the 5. So those are your championship 6 this season. They have worked hard to get here, and now they are going to showcase their talents and hopefully bring home a championship for the inaugural 2024-2025 NASRA Cup Series.
Welcome, absolutely. And you've heard it from the man that's been behind this series all series long. Of course, as we made our way all the way to the finale here, 21 races down. Well, 22 if you really count last week's, but last week was just ended up being a practice session right there, Justin. And just to elaborate, that was just because of a little bit of a this kerfuffle, I think, with just the setups of the Fords. Is that correct?
Yeah, I take full accountability for that. I put the wrong setup in. I put the Watkins Glen setup for the Fords on the race day, so those guys were racing in the back, and they had an unfair advantage.
Yeah, we saw that after one of the cautions there at the back. They just suddenly dropped off completely off the pace, and that's perfectly fine. But it's all sorted out now, so it's all back and ready to go. So this will be, well, a dress rehearsal's over and done with now, isn't it? These drivers have actually had the nerves of the final race there that they did last week. Now that they go, okay, this is it. I've got a kind of a second chance here. I kind of probably even had a chance to study the tape, isn't it? See how they did perform in the first one. That's the non-Ford drivers that would have been as well too, as Ford drivers once again, as you said.
Yep. Yeah. So they all got a chance to test out the strategy, see how it's going to play out for them. Typically, that's not what we do here. We post everything the day of, like literally an hour before. But these guys have had an entire week to practice. So we'll see if if that plays out for this Championship 6, if that changes some strategy or whatnot. So you guys can go back and watch last week and kind of pick a favorite right now before this race even gets started.
Which is going to get started in a second. I believe that pace car is going to be peeling in, or if we have one more lap, my friend, because
we're gonna do one more lap, which we try to hopefully wait for Wesley to show up at the same time too. We're trying to give him as much time because he does a much better job than I do.
Oh, mate, that's his job. Your job is to drive as well too. He doesn't drive. And your job is to help put the league on and all the other jazz that's going on, of course. So we thank you very much. Matthew starts on pole at the moment, alongside with Jonathan Caulfield. Both Tiffany and Matt Holmes are all championship contenders, apart from Matthew Garnett there. Jeff Merck is also in the mix there, with T. Bruce next to him, Andrew Orlowski, and Joshua Suss. Cody Knott, Chase Albright, Michael Larch, another championship contender down there at the moment, and Jackson Wade, P12. Over to you for the 13th spot, Dave.
Oh, sorry. I'm doing race control at the same time. Give me just a minute.
Yep.
So 13th, Brendan Broadfoot. 14th, Jeffrey Johnson. 15th, Matt Cherry. 16th, Anthony Burlinson, or Tony Burlinson. 17th, Dean Gagliano. 18th, Buzzy Mongold. 19, Chase Leahy. 20th, Robert Walton. 21st, Jacob Reeves. 22nd, Brian Chu. 23rd, Justin Clapper. He chose not to qualify as Championship 6 guy. In the final starting spot, 24th, would be the number 52 of Brandon Schumann.
Interesting, isn't it, choosing not to qualify? Confident they can make your way through the field. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, of course, Christian Bruce out there. As she'll be going for Trisha Bruce and perhaps even Pookie, because he's the one that's got his name in the green. Those drivers back in the name in the green, they have a chance to win the championships. The other drivers have a chance to spoil the party.
Green, green, green.
Yep, we got 115 laps to figure this out right now as we go green, as Matt Garrett brings us to the start-finish line, and that green flag is in the air through the TLC restart zone.
Sorting out some graphics still as we're doing everything at the moment. Bo Tiffany to the lead there on Matthew, Jeff Merck, and Andrew Lasky. Both up a couple of places at the moment there, so Manny's just dropping back one as they're sorting themselves out a little bit further down the backstretch in the midfield.
Yep, looks like I just got a call from the 58 of Jonathan Cofield. He missed a shift on the restart. That is why it stacked everything up. So that is there's going to be an issue on restarts here, is not missing a shift and trying to get through all 5 gears and up into the 5th gear and get this thing wound up and rolling, because otherwise you're going to get run over from behind. It looks like Jonathan Cofield may have got that figured out now, as Bo Tiffany will lead lap 1.
Excellent to have information from Race Control directly live to you up here in the booth then, so we can relay it to everybody tuning in. Thank you once again for tuning in. A little bit of 3-way action, 4-way, a little bit of action into the fence further back of the field there, but so far so good. How much damage can these cars take if you lick that fence a few times?
Well, with iRacing's damage health model, these things can take a pretty good licking a couple of times. Each part has what the iRacing calls a health meter. Of course, nobody has access to the health meter, only iRacing knows. As there are 3 wide here on lap 2, the health meter kind of goes down over time, and eventually it breaks. And with iRacing's new damage model, once you have too much damage, you are done for the day. So that includes blown motors, broken tie rods, broken, whatever you want to call it. If you break it and it can't be fixed, put it on the hauler, hit the McDonald's on the way out, pick you up a Big Mac as you roll on with your tail, roll back to the house with your tail between your legs.
Not sponsored by McDonald's there at the moment, but McDonald's pay attention at the moment as Jeff Mack goes to the front for the first time in this race. He did that similar last week there. just like sitting out front there, old Pookie. And, well, maybe I'm going to see if I can get access to that information. Haha. And put that up in the broadcast. Let's see if I can hack into iRacing. And I'll talk to some powers that be that I know. Not at iRacing, but we'll see. But
that would be very interesting to see. I would love to see that.
If you
don't forget, our first stage will be stage 1 will be 20 and stage 2 will be 55, and we'll throw a caution at both of those. So these guys are racing hard for stage 1 right now at lap 20.
And they can go all the way, can't they, on that set of boots and gas?
Yes, they can go the whole way. And you got to remember, the Championship 6 stage racing doesn't matter other than positions. That is all that matters for these guys. Stage for racing for a championship is track position. That is the only thing that matters, because it doesn't matter if you're in the Championship 6 if you score 42 points, 64 points, 1,000 points in this race. It doesn't matter. You just got to beat the other 5 drivers you're racing with.
That's exactly right. At the moment, we have 4 of them up top: Merck, Holmes, Tiffany, and Coalfield, Larchdown in P8 now. We are seeing Clapper now the 24th place further back down.
Yeah, it looks like he's employing that same strategy from last week, saving that set of tires so that way when you get to the end, he'll have an extra set. Right now, these guys have 4 total sets of tires, so that means they have 1 that they use to start the race and 3 laying in the pits. So once they run through those tires, they no longer have it. They have to run on the set that is on the car. So if they don't manage them correctly, they'll be out of tires real quick.
You kind of need them in the 4 points of contact to the track. Doesn't matter how quick your car is and how good your setup and all that sort of jazz is, or how you're used to it. Your tires fall off the cliff, you end up in the fence.
You end up in the fence, and that's the end of your day. So, and you can overheat these things. These things really, I know this track is worn, it's old, it's not really a real track anymore because NASCAR sold the land off and they basically bulldozed this thing now. But when it was actively an active track, it was a really abrasive track. So tires meant a whole lot. But even with the next gen and this tire model that they have, heat plays a factor more so than wear. So the less heat you keep out of these tires, the better off you're going to be.
I thought iRacing loved to be a true simulator. If it's a true situation, we should be driving over a bulldozed car lot right now, shouldn't we?
We very much would. We should technically, as they take into 3 and 4, as they go into 3 and 4 here, they should be driving through the middle of an Amazon warehouse.
There we go. So iRacing, get your stuff together, okay? You're a little bit behind the time. Now, of course, that's what we love about keeping historical tracks alive to today in the virtual world, as these drivers are keeping their very much lap times nice and constant, and keeping out of each other's door at the moment, which is a grand thing because they realise there is a lot on the line and don't want to take too many biscuits being risked. I was trying to get.
Yeah, don't risk the biscuit. Don't risk it all for the biscuit right now, especially since, basically, Jeff Merck's leading this thing. He's a championship guy. Matt Holmes is leading this. He's a championship guy. Tristan Bruce, or Pookie Jr. as they call him, he's not really in the championship, but he's here to spoil it. He missed out on the championship 6 by 7 points, so he's got a point to prove today. He's going to win. He won last week, finished really well the week before, and he wants to win this one to say, I should be up here fighting for this championship. But sometimes real life gets in the way, and he had to go to work. So, he missed out on the championship 6 by 7 points. That's how close that battle was.
It was, wasn't it? Absolutely. But he can be a key maker here to his teammate here this evening, as the Sheilas are out there supporting everybody. And, that's very Australian of me. Sheilas, of course, being ladies, are out there helping, supporting their family members and friends and so forth. And we've got a few other channels that we get a chance to read that as well.
Look at they're almost 3 wide again. The champions, 3 of the championship guys, 3 wide off of 4. They're really pushing hard here for this stage. Like I said, stage points don't matter, but track position is key.
It's going to come by thick and fast, as you mentioned there. Stage 1, and we went to 20. Now, just what happened last week, of course, but when the drivers were at this point all thinking that they're actually battling it like this is the final race. It was until about halfway through the race that it was elected that it was not going to be confirmed as a genuine race. But didn't they scoot all their way through? Did we get to lap 20 without a caution?
We did. We last week until the announcement of here they are 3 wide again, coming off 4. It's going to get really snug. Oh wow, they're 3 wide door to door as they come off of 4 here. The 11, the 35, and the 58. Or sorry, the 11:30. Yeah, 11:35, 58. I said that right. Yep.
Yeah, Michael Larch.
But yeah, these once we made the call, the race was over. Or the race was not official. That's when the wrecks started happening. But up to that point, we only had one cause caution. So hey, these guys know how to race it clean, and they know how much is on the line. So they're going to be patient and not push the issue, especially right now. But I'm sure a few of these non-playoff guys are going to say, "I want this stage win. I'm going to go get it right now."
Let's not speak too soon as well. Every time we'd be talking usually in the booth about being a caution-free race, there's a little bit of hard lick into the fence again, as you said.
If you're out there listening, knock on some wood right now. Save us from a caution.
Knocking on heaven's door. Hopefully not knocking on heaven's door and their Days of Thunder. In the movie soundtrack, as you see there, 3 wide once again up the front there. Bo Tiffany, Michael Larch, hopefully allowing enough space. Plenty of good thing about Auto Club is that there is enough track length. You can see how many lanes essentially you could do 5 wide if you want to, but maybe we'll see a 5 wide with a championship 5 at the very end across the line. Classic.
That would be an amazing finish. All five or six guys up there, 6 wide, fighting down for the final lap. Coming across the line, see who's actually got the dragways to take it. That would be an electrifying finish.
Are you confident at the moment, Justin Clapham, taking that strategy of being these pump lights down the road there, but taking care of his tyres and come back and play? Would he need a couple of cautions? Are we going to have one at stage break? No doubt.
Well, the stage break is going to save him. The stage break will save him here, so he will not go a lap down just right now, because we only got 7 more laps, and his lap times are about 3 seconds off, and he's 30 seconds. I mean, he if he slows up anymore, he's going to be in trouble. So he may have to push it a little bit just to stay on the lead lap, but I think he's going to be okay. I don't know if that strategy is going to play out. Last week it played out for him. He did pretty well. He's up there in the top 3 before the race was called. So we'll see. I mean, there's a possibility there's a wreck with about 3 or 4 to go, and he puts on that final set of sticker tires and just absolutely rockets to the front and wins this thing.
Davey Nielsen out there in the chat saying, hope you're doing well. And he's been out there before. So we're back in tonight. Josh O'Donnell was talking about this driving the field as well. But you can sit back, relax, enjoy the finale here of the NASRA Cup Series. So we had a grueling 21 race season. This is the 21st official race now. Finale.
Yep, and mentioning Josh, I want to send a shout out to him. He had surgery this week. We don't know the details. Won't release the details, but we hope you're a quick and fast recovery, buddy, and we'll see you out here hopefully next season racing with us again.
Yeah, absolutely. Hope everything went well. Good to hear from you, and we're continuing to see this battle. Trishan Bruce in the lead there, so Pookie Jr.'s got the gap over Pookie. A little bit further, Andrew Lasky in the background there as well, in between, behind them, Caulfield and Holmes, of course, 2 championship heads. Once again, those drivers highlighted in green, if you just tuned in at the moment, are the ones that just have to beat anybody else that's green. Finish ahead of them, you won the championship.
You don't even have to win the race. You can finish second as long as you're ahead of all those other green guys.
4 to go. Stage 1. Sometimes you think there's a little bit of bragging rights, but it's also who gets to go down pit road first, isn't it? That's the advantage of winning stage break at this point.
Yeah, that's big. Like I said, track position is key, especially going into stage 2, from stage 2 to stage 3. If you can get in pit road and get off pit road as the leader, you're going to have that clean air on the nose. And if anybody's done any real racing or even simulation racing, everybody knows clean air on the nose is key to a well handling car.
I don't mind it, and also less risk of an incident as well too, if everybody's absolutely behind you. It's
correct. If there's everybody behind you, they can't rake into you because they have to catch you first.
Yep, and Jeff Merckx right in the middle there. He's had to back off behind there, so now Andrew Liskey, Matty's now up into P3 position, Chi-Boos and Andrew at the front too. And Jeff Merckx really out of the place a little bit. He's down on the inside apron. He's up close around the fence there. What would you prefer there, a racing driver? What do you think of the ultimate racing line is around here at Auto Club?
I'm thinking when you first start the race on a fresh set of tires, you want to be at the bottom. And then as the run goes, I think you want to roll to the top when the tires start to wear. I think being up top will carry that speed better on worn tires. And I think we're starting to see with Tristan Bruce, you see where he's running very close to the wall. And he gets that huge run down the backstretch and just pulls away from Andrew Olszewski, or Matt Holmes just pulls away from him. But as those guys draft, they pull back up to him. And then, of course, Tristan jumps to the bottom here in 3 and 4. I think, and that's the key, is you got to run the bottom in 3 and 4 and the top in 1 and 2 to get the maximum speed. I know Matt Holmes is really applying the pressure right now to Tristan Bruce.
Yeah, this could be absolutely fantastic for one of the championship contenders, because now with 1 to go, he's in a great position to perhaps finish across that line there. When the caution flag comes out, he will. And also, that comes down to your qualifying position as well, too. So you get a good pit stop box, don't you? You're right at the very end of the pit lane, aren't you, if you're the one that qualified in P1?
Yep, right there at the end, so it don't take much. You don't have to worry about pit box in or pit box out. Just put it, slam it in gear and take off.
Fantastic. I think we're joined by North Carolina's own Wesley Outland.
Hey, man.
There he is.
You guys finished the stage. I think we're down to 1 to go. Justin, I'll let you bring it home, buddy. I'll jump in stage 2, man. Thanks for covering for me.
Absolutely. Yep. Coming down, looks like Matt Holmes is going to lead this final lap right here as we come into the final lap of the stage. Completion of lap 20 is what will matter, as literally you could throw a blanket over the top 12 right now, as they are literally on our top 10, top 9, as they are literally all over each other.
This is going to be fantastic for drivers. I want to see a caution-free. Only have to go 2 more corners at the moment. We'll have a caution-free first stage, and then we'll go throwing into the caution. And Matty at the moment looks like he might be the one to take it home. We've all got traffic at the moment as well, but they won't bother getting past the 51 up the road there. Just take it easy as they'll cross the line. And then once they do a couple of corners, that Barney will wave that flag, and that will go to Matty.
Yep, there is stage 1 in the books. Matt Holmes, championship contender, has won that first stage. You know, Justin Clapper's strategy, if you see right there, look how far back he was at the tail end of the race. He was about to be lapped in a couple of laps. So we'll see how much that matters in the grand scheme of things with his tire saving, because he probably will not take tires this right here. He'll probably come down, take gas only, and cycle to the front, and they'll see if he can keep his car up there with those worn tires. Hopefully he saved enough.
I jokingly have to say this now. Justin, is everything correct tonight for our settings? No practice race again? This is for the title?
Look, these boys had all week to critique me and tell me what was wrong. If there's something wrong, it's going to finish tonight, regardless if you know, I know we only have one lug nut on these cars. If a spoiler is wrong, if something's wrong, it is not my problem. These guys have had well over a week worth of time to figure out what's wrong.
Well, the caution is out for the first time tonight, presented by Surf Pro. And as the promoter of the NASRA Cup Series, presented by TLC Incorporated and Premier Racing Setups just alluded to, we are ready to decide the title here tonight, no doubt.
Yeah, I think it's time as well, too, to thank our fantastic sponsors this season. So do not go anywhere. The driver's going to head down to pit road. We'll be back after this break.
TLC is the best in lawn sprinklers, outdoor lighting, holiday lighting, yard drainage, and more. Let us take care of your project. Get your free, no obligation estimate from TLC today.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. Hope you guys are enjoying this race. Let's take it down to the booth and get updated on what's going on.
Championship on the line for the NASRA Cup Series tonight at Auto Club Speedway, and the driver Matt Holmes, winner of stage number 1. Matt, got championship on the brain, looking good, finishing first in stage 1, but right now you'll come out 9th when we get ready for a restart. You're taking the 5 car so far, the Chevrolet.
Yeah, this has been a great race so far, very competitive. Awesome getting a stage win, of course. Kind of sets up the rest of the race to be successful. And yeah, shout out to my teammates and my lovely wife, Katie.
Matt, what would it mean to you, buddy, to win the championship for the inaugural NASRA Cup Series?
So much, man. This has been an awesome league this year. This has been really cool. It's been well run. And I'm just grateful to be a part of it.
All right, buddy, we'll let you get back and get focused again. He'll be back in the top 10 after pit stops. And, of course, that is the man for High Limit Motorsports of Matt Holmes. Dean Hopton, I'm Wesley Outlet. Thanks to Mr. Justin White, the promoter of the NASRA Cup Series, for covering for me. I just wrapped up a radio broadcast and quickly hightailed it home. And Dean, it's all on the line tonight with under 100 laps to go to decide who will be the champion, my friend. Good evening.
Hey, good evening. Hey, you didn't let me give me a chance to ask the driver a question. It's fine.
I'm sorry.
I ask him about the difference, of course, is they've had a week, as what was elaborated from Justin before, this time around to practice these setups and make sure that these setups are okay. Usually they're only giving them, an hour or so before the race. So
and what a quick stage, Dean.
Yes.
By the way, 20 laps, man. That was all it was for stage number 1. So, yeah, there it is. Look at this. So we get set for Glass Mechanic stage 2 in the restart.
it might go through like we had last week as well, too, for the dress rehearsal, essentially. We could go pretty quickly through those stage breaks. And once again, those wrecks only started happening once it was declared that it wasn't going to be an official race. So, but now that's out the door. This is going to be an official race, so whatever happens, if you finish your car upside down on its lid, sliding across that line, that'll be the position that you're finishing in, and hopefully, if you do that, that you're ahead of everybody else that has a green highlight next to the name, and you win the championship. But just to let you know, too, that I think Justin was right. Justin Clapper did go down a pit road, but I think he saved a little bit of time down there and took a shorter pit stop. Yes, he did. So he didn't take tyres, he just took gasoline. He's on P11 now.
And we'll get you ready for a restart, by the way. Glass Mechanic stage number 2 as they come back to the TLC restart zone. Ready for the green flag. This will take us all the way to lap 55. 31 laps of speed in the championship race as we're back underway.
Easy does it, boys. You've done so well. We did have a driver just missed a little bit of a shift earlier on that one, but so far so good. That's the thing about Justin, my friend. He gives us the insider information, doesn't he? What happens down there in pit road as well. He's jumped up into the booth and he's gone back down there at the moment. So, Michael Larch into the lead at the moment there for Jackson Wade, Bo Tiffany. Don't forget, those drivers in green are the ones that can win the championship, and all of them at the moment just inside Caulfield and P11 at top 10.
Yeah, everybody right now, all in the top 12 right now. And now, as I say that, Caulfield cracks the top 10. 6 out of the top 10 are championship drivers. Larch in the lead. Merkin second now, just got around Wade. Tiffany now 4th. Then you've got Clapper in 7th. Holmes in 8th, the stage 1 winner. And Caulfield now into the 10th position as we got a battle for the lead. Outside lane, Merck, a former Tops Rookie of the Year champion of the trucks in the same season, now going after it with Larch. You're on board with him as you see him on camera down below, going to the lead off turn 4 here at Auto Club.
He likes it at the front. Merck's just loving to run at the front. I think Justin White was touching on how good that is. Clean air. Nothing but yourself up the road there. Just focus basically in the center on your own racing line there, because you can't be using the other cars there. You don't have that dirty air necessarily as well too. So it's in a good place to be. And look at the difference that we have this week, my friend. Forwards up there, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. You know, they were struggling with that setup that wasn't fair to them last week.
Sure did. Back straight away. Working already in turn 3 as we watch this battle heat on. Here they come to the line. It's Merck now, but a half-second lead over Michael Larch. Bo Tiffany back to 3rd, and a gaggle of traffic behind them as they come back to the stripe.
Justin Clapper back up through this mix at the moment, battling in that P11 position. So he is on a different strategy there, Wes. He's looking to elect to save some tyres, and if it does come down to that, of course, tyres are king around Auto Club, and Justin Clapper will be sitting in a nice hot seat with that one, and he's going to slice and dice his way through the field if some of these other drivers do elect to use up all their stickies.
Yes, sir. Side by side now as Merck leads them. Look at this big gaggle of traffic right now. There you see Caulfield right up the middle trying to get around Alzewski and others. Caulfield 2-3 laps ago was back in 10th. Now Clapper falling back to 10th. Top 5 for a championship. There they are, right in line.
Wow, exactly. It's going to be fantastic. And as Clapper gets up to them too. He's in a couple of places away now. And how about Caulfield, isn't he, on Monday night, wasn't it? Absolutely. Driving the pants off that machine.
Yes, sir. Solid run for them right now as they work their way back to the stripe.
Oh, look at that background. my friend.
Championship
Four
on the
wide.
line. Look at them, 4 wide in 2 rows.
Yeah, this is what the
Take a
drivers
pick.
up front would be a little bit concerned about. They won't be looking at the mirrors right now, but if anything I say was to start to brew up, it'll be around the back here at this point. And that may throw us into a caution, but we'll just depends on that one. Joshua Suss as well too. These drivers aren't in championship contenders, but at some point along the line, they can spoil the party for any of their teammates, allies, frenemies, anything, my friend. But first, they can get up the front here with these championship gladiators. Battle Clappers now P7. So just T. Bruce, who just missed out by a couple of points to be in this party with the rest of the drivers for the championship hunt, but he certainly wants to he's driving like he is a championship. He's a champion in the making, that's for sure. You can see that on the writing on the wall, isn't it? T. Bruce at some point will be a NASRA champion.
And believe it or not, we've got a pretty popular driver here from Chase Leah. Of course, he's a big iracing competitor. Jack, he is making his debut from South Jersey in the series tonight. Chase Leah.
Who's
That's one of those popular drivers, runs in the NASCAR circuit. Chase Leah.
Chase Leah's joined us? Did you say?
In the back right now, all the way in the back.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And you just noticed that. Whoa! Ho, ho, bit of door banging there. That's Justin Clapper. He needs to keep that pointed straight at the moment. So that's one of the first door banging that we've had at the moment. We do have a door banging man in there. That's Jacob Reeves, number 57, running in 21st place. But it's been all clean and green.
Thanks, everybody, chiming into the chat box. Christian Bruce just said, not a bad stage 1 finish, his brother. Could have took the win, though. Keep trucking. Talking about Tristan Bruce, who is not eligible to run for the championship, but he's trying to go for the win. Cody Naughton, by the way, good solid ride for him right now behind Clapper in the top 10. He's in 8th spot. And Dean, I kind of, Dean, I kind of threw this out there with Jacob Reeves on the Monday series. Man, Cody Naughton has really impressed me, especially after the NASRA 500. He's really got consistent.
Absolutely, in his busy schedule as well too, running the leagues, family man work and everything like that. He gets a chance now, maybe over a little bit more to get behind the wheel there and get some more practice in. And certainly, Cody Naughton making his way up. But maybe looking forward to Cody Naughton next season with a lot of our leagues, of course, to see how it pans out.
Oh, yeah.
We do have, of course, the DSR Electric Mondays, and we have the Concerns of Police Survivors that have just recently started up again. But, well, actually, DSR is getting close to the playoffs now, isn't it, too? But, of course, we have more motor racing coming here on the NASRA network.
Talladega this upcoming Friday night for the C.O.P.S Truck Series and the continuation of Season 10.
Jeff Smirk's concentration is right on. You can see it in his face.
Oh, yeah.
It's not because, he knows that a championship is on the line here, and he knows he needs to do everything right. And he's been enjoying running up front at the moment, for sure. It's up to these other
Yeah, very good. Jeff Burke on the bottom right. There you see him. I love the facial expressions like he always does.
Look at how it's
You
bumpy.
never know what you're going to see him do.
It's bumpy because he's got emotion.
It is.
Remember? Well, it's actually Dawn's motion, right? And Dawn Merck's out there chiming in and watching this one, of course, and shouting out old Pookie to get the win here. But first of all, we have to get past our stage 2 for the glass mechanic.
This is the championship race. It all is decided tonight. They had a little mulligan last week on a hiccup, but they point blank said not tonight. By the way, if you're doing the math, this track is 2 miles in length. So 115 laps times 2 miles It's 230 miles the distance when this is all said and done.
And we're driving theoretically over an Amazon warehouse now, apparently, according to Justin White. This place has been torn down in real life, and they've had it into a big warehouse. But we can keep the history going here, Wesley. And it may very much be history in the making for one of these drivers to win their first championship. It certainly will be the first NASRA Cup Series champion, but we do have a couple of drivers in the mix here that have won championships before on the NASRA network.
And the championship on the line, as we just reiterated on. And, of course, in addition to being on the NASRA 360 Racing Network, the championship race is also live on CRN on the radio. Wanted to bring it to you for this final race of the season. So just wrapped up our coverage of baseball and softball, and we're on the air on CRN 87.9 FM in the Carolinas for the championship race of the NASRA Cup Series. Dean Hopton, Wesley Outland, thanks to Justin White for covering. And it is all on the line tonight, the championship, as we head towards lap number 40 of this race, and about less than 15 to go. Dean of Stage 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic.
I thought video killed the radio star there, Wesley, but apparently in 2025 it has not, because you're not going to be watching video when you're in your car driving, are you? Well, you certainly should not be.
Oh, you definitely don't want to do that. Radio, paint a picture, right? Paint a picture. That's why I've always said radio will never go away. It'll never go away.
No, sir. No, and especially not in our busy lives today, too. And especially when a lot of people spend a lot of time in their cars driving to and from work and other places. There's your top four at the moment. They've got a bit of a gap to Cody Knight. 4-second gap, actually. So these front four have broken away, as you can see in your pictures. And another question to that
Jeff
one,
Burke
Wesley,
in the lead.
Is that have they?
Jeff Burke in the lead.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Man, I'm impressed, Dean, with Matt Holmes. What a job he's done right now, right? He's in second spot. You know he's hungry for a championship. He mentioned it earlier. Look at him right now, stalking Mark for the lead in 4.
You got to put some pressure into those drivers up the road, isn't it? That's what you're going to do. Because at the same time, you want to try to force them into some sort of mistake on their own there. Or force them in other parts of the track where they might not be comfortable in driving, because that also can throw the banner off, throw the spanner to the mix to them, and then remember, also make them chew the tyre. There you go. So just a little bit of a tank slap around the fence. Up at the highline, this is what Justin said. So your tyres are nice and fresh and feel sticky. All the drivers are heading down to the inside apron, but as they start to wear a little bit, they get closer and closer to that fence. The fence comes out, that nasty fence, it comes out and bites these drivers. Once the drivers never hit the fence, it's the other way around.
By the way, whoa, for the lead, side by side, and they make contact! Matt Holmes in the grass, trying to save it. He will, no caution, but he lost 2 or 3 spots fighting for the lead with Jeff Burke.
Oh, yeah. There's going to be a little bit of beef between them. There's a bit of door banging. That's double door banging. I'm not sure if that was just a rebound pinball effect. But now, look, Jeff Merck's down in P4. Matty is in P3. We're going to see this again, I think. This is brewing up to be a fantastic final, my friend, especially if those two go at it again. T. Bruce now and Jonathan Caulfield. This is this is selected to help Caulfield at the moment because, these drivers are up the road 4 seconds from Cody Knight, but now they've had to drop back to 3rd and 4th.
No, you're right.
And race control for... Oh! That's somebody... that's contact at the back here. That's Dean, Tony, and Chase, I think, as well, too. So it's all starting to happen here at the moment. You get your popcorn out. And
get wild.
In the upright position because, this one could come out into a crash landing. So no front for one of these drivers, or 2.
Get wild there for a second.
That's the midfield too, as well. So in a good place. So these drivers are like Justin Clapper and stuff like that because he's got nobody around him at the moment. Bo Tiffany's dropped away. They're back to P20, so I'm not quite sure what to I think Bo Tiffany's just really just coasted that that car around at the moment and just saving those tyres. That's the crucial thing, especially if we don't have cautions, Wesley, apart from our stage brake cautions.
That's right.
They're going to just burn through those sets of boots.
No, you're exactly right. I gotta wonder how much damage might be on the Holmes car. Matt Holmes falling all the way back to 5th, now back up to 3rd.
That's true, isn't it? Because Jeff Merck's behind him. Jeff Merck's dropped way back. Look where Jeff Merck is. You're talking about almost the backstretch. As T. Bruce is under a bit of attack there from Coalfield at the moment. It says, look, I wouldn't mind running up front for a little bit there, Mr. T. Bruce. One for the Alabama man. Oh, Mr. Coalfield. Races practically, what, 3 nights a week here on the NASRA network?
Yes, sir. Solid run going for him right there. As we close in on the end of stage number 2, this will go all the way to lap 55. Remember, there will be a caution, and then the final duel, the final stage for the championship will be up for grabs.
It's going to be really interesting, I think, at the moment, if we manage to get through this whole stage break. Last mechanic stage 2, green. All the drivers will definitely come down to pit road. I think all the drivers will definitely take tyres at that point because it's a big stretch to go. But remember, some of those drivers, aka Justin Clapper, who's currently running P10, has a fresh set available to him now. It's down to that last stage break where you can't make it all the way from stage 2 to stage 3. You're gonna have to make a pit stop in there. If it's a green pit stop, that's going to be all about pace, saving your tyres, how much more speed you're going to have later on, because you have to get some overtakes done if it continues to be green on track. But of course, you're going to have so much more pace. You're probably going to be lapping up sometimes to second and a half quicker than drivers in old boots. So there's a lot to be playing for. This could end up being one of those calculated strategy races.
Oh yeah, and you know what's funny, Dean, is being patient. Right now, we've seen one caution, right? That was the end of the stage. Now we move into stage number 2, presented by Glass Mechanic. Calm, cool, collective. A little antsy for a minute when Merck and Holmes got into one another, but it's been calm and cool. Let's see what that 3rd stage will entail, and it will be the longest one of the races now. Justin Clapper in the top 10. Battling Mungold and Burleson on the inside out of 4. We're 3 wide. Clapper in the middle, keeping off the 51 and Chew.
Yeah, look at that at the moment, Chew behind him. And I was just thinking, Clapper's got to get part. He might have to burn through some of his tyres and just clear these cars around him. They're not championship contenders. Yeah. You don't want to be stuck in here. If a door banging with some of these other drivers to get up the road there, yeah, burn through the tyres, get yourself some clear air, put in your own consistent laps, and then you can control your own race. At the moment, when you're gaggling around with a lot of the other cars here, you're kind of at the mercy of them, and they're kind of dictating your race as well, too. So see how that pans out for Mr. Clapper. Further back to Bo Tiffany, he's also, let's say, in and out of a lot of these cars at the backfield. There you go, you're teasing me in that burger. I can't get it straight. I'm not happy with you, Bo Tiffany. I love Bo, one of Bo's old mans out there chiming in as well, too. He's always a regular fan of Bo Tiffany's racing. Of course, Bo Tiffany is one of the championship contenders. He still can certainly win this one because he can be playing that different strategy game once again, saving those tyres. As we've got 5 to go for the end of stage 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic.
Quick stage, no doubt about it, as stage number 2 in this race already 50 laps in. When they come back to the line, open hand or 5 laps left. Cofield in the top spot.
Yeah, quite comfortable as well, too, you'd have to say. There's not half a second to Maddie, so P1 and P2. Championship contender 1, championship contender 2, championship contender 3, Jeff Merck down there in P4.
Dean, I need you to turn your mic volume up. They're saying people are commenting that they can't hear Dean.
All right,
I cannot hear Dean. He is too low.
I shall do that. We'll crank it. Hopefully that's a little bit
Crank it up
better.
just a little bit, brother. Maybe that'll be better for you. Yeah. We'll find out. They'll let us know here. As somebody said, tell Dean to turn his mic up. It's too low.
I can't hear you. It's
Where
too
he's
the
not
cars are too
speaking into
noisy. Thank you very much. I do hate watching the broadcast back going, I wish somebody would have told me to turn my microphone up. It's too low, or Wesley's too low.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Especially when I'm broadcasting and producing at the same time. I can't really listen to myself and Wesley whilst talking.
I'm sure somebody will let us know if it sounds better now or too loud. I think it'll be good now this time, though. End of the stage coming up as we are closing in on 3 laps to go at the line.
This is when you can kind of drive your own, isn't it, when you're up the front like this? See how smooth that Caulfield is? Just not, you don't want to just do too many aggressive moves, even on those bumps there. You just want to let the car just slowly slide out a little bit, but not drift out there. Drifting equals tire wear. Tire wear equals bad. Just to break it down, and to people that don't drive, like myself or Wesley, but we've seen enough cars go around tracks in our days, my friend, to get a feeling of that that would happen, that would occur, tire wear. But at the moment, with 2 to go.
Cofield in the lead. Jonathan Cofield at the start of this stage was all the way back in 10th. He's now in the top spot. Cofield and Holmes right there, 1 and 2. Jonathan Cofield, War Eagle, Auburn from Mumford, Alabama, trying to win in the Cofield Supply and Service Chevrolet for stage 2, presented by the Glass Mechanic. And right now, Cofield hitting his marks perfectly right now to try to do that as they're getting ready to come to the end on the final lap of stage 2 here at Auto Club.
It's just 1 more to go. Matt Holmes is starting to keeping it at bay there and check by half a second. T. Bruce down the road there by 2/10. T. Bruce dropped off that battle with these drivers at the front, so perhaps he's electing to mix up that strategy. He just wanted to hang out with old Pookie. So Pookie Jr. and Pookie there, 3rd and 4th. Got to go down to P9.
Final lap.
Final lap.
Got to get to lap number 55, and they'll do it this time. Jonathan Cofield up in front. He puts the car perfectly down below the white line. You can go below the white line on the apron. Jonathan Cofield on board. Flashes under the start-finish line, and he will win. Glass Mechanic, stage number 2. Caution when the top 10 cross the scoring loop. And that is the end of the second chapter. 1 more chapter remains, the run for the championship. And that is next in our 3rd and final stage. It took the top 10 almost 12 seconds back behind the leader as he's in turn 3 finally before the caution came out. That's how big of a lead Cofield and Holmes had on the rest of the field in the top 10 there, Dean.
Yeah, you don't see that very often at all, do you? A big gap like that. It's almost turning into one of those road courses where a driver finishes like, a minute and change up the road from everybody else. So that goes to show how much that field was starting to spread out. Whether any of those drivers did get lapped, I don't think any of those drivers got lapped on that one, Wesley. So everybody should still be in that lead lap as they come down a pit road. I want to mention Chase. There's Chase. So we'll say g'day to Chase in the 34 at the moment. Up, down 1 place from where Chase started, but currently running in P20. Joining us here for the finale race of the NASRA Cup Series. And once again, there's the standings. There's Championship 6, as you've seen before, highlighted. One of them is going to slot their name into that little box underneath where it says NASRA Cup Series Champion.
Who will it be? Jeff Burke, Bo Tiffany, Michael Arch, Justin Clapper, Matt Holmes, or even this guy joining us right now as they will get ready to come down the pit lane. We'll let him come down to the pits and get sorted out first. We're taking a break. We talked to stage 2 winner, Jonathan Cofield. And the 3rd stage for the title is next.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. If you have an outdoor project that we could help you with, we have 0% financing for a year.
So if you have a project, you won't be using your money, why not use our money? Doesn't cost you anything. Now's the time to be thinking about that project you always wanted to get done. It might be a lawn sprinkler, might be outdoor lighting, might be drainage, and or maybe outdoor holiday lighting that you need help with. Now's the time to be thinking about that. Give us a call at the office, 410-721-2342, or hit the link below to find out more about TLC's financing options.
TLC is the best in lawn sprinklers, outdoor lighting, holiday lighting, yard drainage, and more. Let us take care of your project. Get your free, no obligation estimate from TLC today.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. Hope you guys are enjoying this race. Let's take it down to the booth and get updated on what's going on.
Well, Auburn came up short for a national championship. And Cofield decided to change his colors on his car back to his Cofield number 58. Jonathan Cofield from, of course, Mumford, Alabama, cheering on Auburn and looking for his first Cup title and NASRA championship. Jonathan, you do win stage 1. How you feeling? Or stage 2?
Feeling pretty good. Top 4 took tires that last time. A couple guys back there trying to save a set. So maybe this thing will go green where nobody has any advantages at the end.
So everybody I noticed is playing nice. Do you think the fireworks are about to begin for the final stage of the season?
I hope not. I know Holmes and Mert got together there, and one of them got thrown down in the pits. But I hope nobody takes each other out, man. I don't drive like that. I hope nobody else does. Good, clean champion's what we need.
How good's the car?
Oh, it's pretty good. I like it. Draft heavy track, man. You can't hardly get away from them.
Dean, got anything for JC as we get ready for the final stage of the season?
You weren't getting away from Jonathan Caulfield. You guys started to build a bit of a gap there. So we'll see how that pans out.
Yeah, them guys got together, I think. So,
good luck.
All right, buddy. Go get it. Blue Line Racing. Ladies and gentlemen, third and final stage ready to begin right now. The field comes back to the TLC Incorporated Restart Zone. 56 laps to go for the championship here tonight at Auto Club. Pace car is in. Working lap number 60. 55 to go. We're back underway. The championship hangs in the balance. The third and final stage. The final stage of the season underway. May the best driver win and the best 6 for the title go at it. It's Cofield, Dean, in turn 1.
I was going to say, may the force be with you there. The force is going to be with these strong. They're strong with the force here this evening. One of them may be stronger than the rest. Yes, at the moment. Caulfield, Clapper, Holmes, Larch, Tiffany, all in this one to win it with Jeff Merck as well, too. He's down in P19 at the moment, Wes.
To the inside, it's Clapper. You're on board with him right now.
How's that from the outhouse to from the outhouse to the penthouse? He started last at the moment.
From the outhouse, yeah. Oh, look out, Bruce and Clapper, Cofield, and the caution will fly. That could have been trouble. Something else has happened on course, and we're under yellow flag.
Seeing Tony going a little bit slow there, Matt Cherry. I wonder if they've come together, or they've just come out of pit road slow. But we'll see if we can get a
position 21 and 22. Tony Burleson and Matt Cherry, I believe, got together here. Let's see a replay of it. 54 laps to go at the line, and the caution out for the third time.
I'm not seeing anything at the moment. We'll have to rewind that back up a little bit there, but No, that's... Oh, yep, there it is. We had to go quite back a bit there, Wesley.
Here's a look at it again. This is Cherry and Burleson. 3 wide. Here's the contact right about here.
Yep, there.
There it is. And when we were watching the front guys about do the same thing, these two, Burleson and Cherry, get together, and they do take each other into the grass.
But you'd have to say, thankfully, they both had a little bit of spin. Doesn't seem to be a lot of damage. None of them had any lick into the fence. They both, that's the inside escape area, so that was fine. Just nothing went buff out in those cars, and that was just those two. None of the championship contenders were in that, thankfully, so everybody lives to see another day. But we are seeing a pit stop here. So Coldfield's going in, but T-Brew stayed out, Clapper stayed out. You can see currently on your timing tower who's coming in pit road.
Is that unusual for them to pit? What do you think? Is tires that important, Dean, for the outcome of this race, man?
It potentially could be. If they're feeling that it's going to go more green, they might elect to use up the sets of tires that they have. But remember, once you've used them up, you don't have any spare ones, and if you get a lot of late cautions later on, that might come back and bite them, as it's pretty dark pit lane areas. Those lights are covering over top of the cars. But that's a different strategy. So out of our championship contenders, Caulfield and it looks like Merck are the ones that went down. Everybody else stayed out.
Interesting.
Yes. That is very interesting. I don't know. Maybe you could, if we got a minute, to talk to Pookie even about why he came down and what happened too.
Let's find out. Yeah.
With the little door banging that he had earlier.
Yeah, let's find out, man. A little interesting there.
He's still in pit road, too.
Why are they pitting? Why are they pitting? That's the question. Why pitting so early?
Oh.
Right?
Has he been served a penalty or something? Is it damage being repaired? That's a minute and change. Of course, he's still on the lead lap. We'll wait until he's...
We're about to find out. Jeff Merck, it's the booth, buddy. What you got? Are you damaged? What's going on?
Yeah, I had over 2 minutes of damage with that little incident going down the front straightaway.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm just now getting...
When you and Holmes got into each other.
Yeah, he come up to side draft me, and I don't know if it net coded me or what, but I got a 0X, and it got me knocked out of shape. I was trying to save it. So I went down the hill, got into him. I noticed I got him, so I was trying to get away from him and turn it back up the hill. And then Tristan got in the back of me and knocked me into the wall, knocked the toe out of it. So...
Wow. So there you hear it.
I just got it all fixed, so we'll see what happens.
So are you about to roll back out on the track? There you are, the back straightaway. You got plenty of time to get back in this thing, though. You're not a lap down, are you?
No, I'm still in the lead lap. It's just I'm going to really have to use my tires up to get back up there and race for those guys, and then I don't know. We'll just have to see what comes to the whole situation.
You got a feeling, Jeff, it's about to get crazy here. I mean, do you feel like it's about to get wild to determine who's going to win the championship?
Yeah, it's probably going to get pretty hairy up front. You know, who knows? I don't know. Right now, I'm just. I understand it's just racing, so just got to kind of keep my head about me and try to drive the car to the best of my ability and see what happens.
Dean, you got anything for Jeff? He definitely does sound a little frustrated, boss.
Yeah, but if there's any way you can go from the back to the front, is yourself. Jeff Merck was in that before in the past, so you just got to get your head down, get it done, and get on the horn there and tell T. Bruce to hold everybody up so that you can catch up and slice and dice through them, mate. That's
I'm actually in the room with Holmes, and it's a little frustrated, but understand it too. It's part of racing.
All right, man. Well, thanks for your time. Good luck the rest of the way. We'll see what happens. High Limit Motorsports driver Jeff Merck took some time to get fixed. Now can he get back up there and race again as we come back to the TLC restart zone. Lap 64 of 115 and back to it again at Auto Club. By the way, 50 laps to go. Dean, next time by for the race for the season.
Yeah, 50 of the most important laps of the entire season are going to come down to this. And I tell you what, it's starting to get a little bit more aggressive, as you've seen there between the drivers. It'll be a little earlier than expected, but I will suspect it's going to heat up at the moment. It certainly is in the midfield. We have somebody going off into the outfield. That's Larch. Oh dear,
no,
and
Larch
Buzzy.
in trouble, and wow, they're wrecking again. Buzzy Mongold, a Hurricanes car, and Michael Larch, one of the championship contenders. 4th caution of the race, 3rd time consecutive, 2 for on-track incidents now, and a Pulse Pomper replay coming up to show you what happened here. Look at this again, 3 wide, contact down in the bottom of the apron goes Mongold and Larch, and I think Cody Knott I think he's okay.
Yes, Cody might be okay,
Wow.
but this is just a little bit unfortunate to one of our championship contenders that might have been stuck in
And
the
that's
middle
Gagliano,
situation.
by the way, the 18. That was Gagliano. Cody Knott's up ahead. He's fine.
Ooh.
Look at this. Come on, 18. What are you doing?
Yeah, he's going into 2. 2's going into 97, so that's something Justin White's going to have a look at. And Michael Larch doing his best absolutely to keep it off the fence, but then has a bit of a tank slapper in it. I'm wondering about the damage. Now, we did see these cars can take a bit of a lick into the fence sometimes, but it was surprising, isn't it, what you heard from Jeff Merck, that little bit of lick that they had when they got into the fence there caused that amount of damage. So it'll be interesting to see how that's going to pan out for the likes of Michael Larch now. If he does go down.
Another caution out.
And we are seeing pit
And they're
stops now.
pitting again.
Yes.
Wow, Brian Chu now being... we're seeing guys behind the top 10, 11. I'm sorry, that's what I was going to say. Justin Clapper now the new leader.
Caulfield's going back in again. Merck's going back in again, so they might still have repairs to chip out whilst they maintain themselves being the lead lap. They can't afford to drop out the lead lap this late into the race. That's a lot to make up if they do go green for some time.
Well, there would not be a broadcast without checking in with the redneck announcer, my good friend, Mr. Jacob Reeves. Jacob, C.O.P.S. Truck Series, Friday night, Talladega. If we get rained out in Wake County, I might pop into the booth and join you, buddy.
Yeah, buddy, that'd be awesome. Yeah, Josh Suss just about wrecked me right there coming off pit road, so I had to give him a little bit of beef right here in a little bit. But yeah, buddy, yeah, I mean, it'll be awesome to have you up there in the booth with me and Morgan come Friday night for Bristol. We know how it is with the short track
Bristol?
people
I
and all
thought it
that
was
stuff.
I'm sorry. So Bristol is Friday night. Talladega is next Monday for the DSR Electric Truck Series. I got too much in my head, Jacob, to keep up with.
Yeah, it's hard to keep up sometimes with the different series, running different tracks and different weeks and all that good stuff. So it's, yeah, it'll really throw you for a curveball, that's for sure.
Jacob, we're getting a little bit of beef out there with some of the drivers at the moment. That's heating up. Are you expecting something like that to start appearing in this race? And what can you do to help out any of your team, any of those potential mates that you got in the championship hunt?
Yeah, there's a little bit of beef going on out here. I think Jackson and Jeffrey Johnson, I think Jeff's already saying something about Jackson's mad at him and, you know, for history out of the series. I mean, I guess everybody doesn't like Jackson too much. Larch got into it with somebody and something happened or whatever, and there's a whole lot of, you know, Denny Hamlin up there blinking Andrew, he's blinking, so we got stuff all over the place. But, you know, to try to help one of my teammates, I mean, Cofield back here, we're trying a little strategy. We're trying a little something right here to see if it'll work. I don't want to go into too much detail. It'll kill the vibe. But you know, I screwed myself. I was supposed to qualify, and then I got in here too late and ended up missing a driver's meeting, so I had to start the back. So,
oh wow.
We're just well, it's because I didn't qualify. But yeah, I mean, it's been fun, that's for sure. It's a little bit different than what the practice race was last week.
You think it's going to be a pretty wild finish coming up here, Jacob? The gloves are off, you think, for the finish?
Yeah, I think the gloves are off. I think it's going to get a little bit more intense. I don't think it's going to get as intense as it was at, say, Phoenix with the DSR Electric Truck Series. I don't think it'll be that intense. I don't think it'll be as bad as C.O.P.S. Martinsville, but it will get intense. There's going to be some guys that's probably going to make some moves, and it's probably going to tick some guys off, and some feelings might get hurt tonight. But I will say this. I think everybody at home's in store for one hell of a finish.
There you go. Thanks for your time. Hey, Door Bang and Download, what's up? What's coming up this week? What drops, if you will, in the podcast world?
We're going green, by the way. Yeah,
See,
what'd you say? Everything popped out, Jacob. What'd you say?
that's a secret. I can't tell yet.
Yeah. He's going
That's
green
a
at the moment.
secret. I can't tell yet.
We
All
can't
right,
talk
High
to him
Limit
when it's green.
Motorsports. Remember last time we did, he wrecked.
Yeah, I know. So don't do it at the moment. He's got to help out his teammate, of course.
Get back to it again. We'll see what happens.
I'll tell you what, just during that one, that blinking 11 that he was referring to, Danny Hamilton, was Andrew Olowski. He's been sent to the EIL because of that blinking you saw that got quite severe during that. And so that's the fair thing to do at the moment. Unfortunate for Andrew, but there are other drivers out there that can't get in the mixer of a blinking car, causing potential problems to their championship hunt.
Jacob Reeves with, I believe, Blue Line Racing. Good old bunch of people there ready to battle it out here.
Matty now up at that TP2 position there. T. Bruce still in the mix there. Brian Chew, Brandon Broadfoot there. Justin Clapper, who is being in the lead of this one. He's up the front there. He doesn't mind. Remember, Wesley, he started from the pit lane essentially, so didn't set a qualifying time just to save a set of boots at the very start, which he did. And now they might come back and favour him a little later in this race. But you heard there from Jacob that there's a bit of strategy at play here that some of these teams are electing to do that we're not 100% aware of just yet, but how that will pan out in the next 45 laps remaining will paint the picture for us, Wes.
And right now, carefully working their way around the racetrack, it is Clapper in the lead, but look at Matt Holmes, man. I am impressed with the High Limit Motorsports driver, Dean, of Matt Holmes. He wants to win the championship. A renewed vigor as Clapper battles along. Remember that amazing story for Justin Clapper.
3 wide here as well, too, as Matty's got cars on the outside or on the inside and the outside. There's Bo Tiffany back up in the mix here.
There he comes. Yes, sir. He's in the hunt. The 35, the white flaming 35 up high.
Aren't you in and out, Burger?
Cody Knott in front of him up to 4th. How about Cody Knott?
Yep, he's right in the mix here at the moment. There's your top 3, Clapper, Chew, and T. Bruce. As we got a bit of a run for the lead at the moment. On the inside, Brian Chew, he's electing to say, I haven't led a lap of the race yet. Right into the door of Clapper. That could be, it looked like it was perfectly fine, but, you get in that wrong angle, bang, you're around, and especially these two at the front there, Wes. That could be one of those NASRA big ones.
That's right.
Bo Tiffany up to P3 now, on a rampage through the field here for the number 35.
Closing in on lap number 75. Don't forget to subscribe and like on the NASRA 360 Racing Network. Big thanks for all of you joining us. Who is your pick to win the championship? I am asking that question in the chat box right now. I think I did it last week, didn't I?
Yes, you did, sir.
It turned out to be a practice race.
Yeah, but they've also had a week now to mess around with these setups. As in the inside, Bo Tiffany goes on Clapper. As you can see the picture there, Justin Clapper got full concentration. Absolutely, he knows the championship is up for grab here. And at the moment, he's the man that's in the lead, essentially. Him and Tiffany. If Tiffany gets past him, that will be. But still early days, 42 laps to go. We don't expect these drivers can make it all the way to the end. So if it goes like this, it'll be a green lap pit stop. And how they're going to pan out? They're going to get in by themselves. They're going to get out teammates. What's going to happen?
Kristen Bruce chiming in. She says, "Spooky for the championship." That's, of course, the nickname of Jeff Merck.
Well, at the moment, T. Bruce in the lead.
Jeff Merck, P17. He's back in 17th, by the way. He's going to have to get something going. He's back, way back.
I got a feeling if this was to be the last lap of the race, T. Bruce will go for the win. Absolutely. There's no point. You can't let Clapper and Tiffany go in behind him, get past him. It would be up. He's just going to say to Merck, mate, it's up to you. But you've got to get your way up.
Damian Neeson Dean is going for Justin Clapper. Clapper's my boy. Andrea Tiffany obviously cheering on Bo Tiffany with the wink. Jimmy Coker Jr. says Clapper's going to close it out. Mark Cofield rooted on, obviously, Jonathan Cofield in 58, Stage 2 winner.
I'm loving these family members out here supporting everybody, isn't it? It's like a sold-out grandstand here at Auto Club full of all the family members supporting it. And we love to see that. We thank you
Gotta
very
love
much
it.
for supporting.
You gotta love it. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it.
There's a lot of other broadcasts that I do. I do usually 3 a day, of course, Wesley, and different across the globe. And you don't see as many family members that chime in that you do on the NASRA network, honestly, and the other one broadcast that I do. So it's a lot more fun for us up in the booth there to listen to your comments and read them as calling the play-by-play.
Thank you for the interaction as Cody Dodd scrapes the wall. Now Brandon Schumann and others try to catch up to avoid smacking the safer barrier.
Is it safer when you hit the safer barrier?
No.
Jackson Wade in the mix here at the moment. So they're all they're driving good. As you can see the Kodak machine there.
Yes. Doing good.
Livery before.
Being patient, being consistent.
So, where's our championship
now Tristan
contenders?
Bruce going to the lead. How about this now? Tristan Bruce's Toyota. If you're doing the math, if Tristan was to win the race, he would win 3 wins in a row. Remember also, you don't have to win the race to win the championship. Remember the scenario they talked about a few weeks ago. It's Bo Tiffany and Clapper. Cody not in the battle for third as they work off forward.
Now, Clapper and Tiffany have got into each other a couple of times at the moment. That's going to slow them down.
Again.
Yeah, it has.
Not up high. Look at Tiffany in the middle, and now Holmes and Clapper on the pull up in front of the 26.
This is going to be very, very interesting between these drivers. I was going to say, imagine those two were at it there of Clapper at the very end. You might see this could be a prelude as to what's going to happen in the final laps of the stages of this race. We'd like to see Coalfield come up. We'd like to see Larch. We'd like Merck to come and join the party as well, too, to be a nice 6-way battle for the championship hunt. But at the moment,
Robert Tiffany chimes in. He says, go, son, go. That's Bo Tiffany, his son. Don Merck, the wife of Jeff, says, y'all need to move out of the way for Pookie. Merck has plenty of time. He's coming. Merck, by the way, in 16th. He better go. Or is he methodically waiting patiently with still 36 remaining in the race now, Dean?
He cleared those cars behind him, so he's got a bit of clear out. He's got on the inside there, so Merkel have full concentration levels through the roof. He knows he's got to drive the pants off this machine if it continues to go green. But he said he'd have to chew through a set of stickies to do it, and he certainly will. But there it is. We'll go back up the front, of course. We don't want to miss the action there. T. Bruce in the lead there. Clapper in the lead of the championship hunt in P2. Cody Knott's in the mix there, as he said. Cody, good on him. Bo Tiffany now sliding himself up into P3, side by side, actually, with Cody Knott.
Lap number 80 at the line right now. It's 115 laps. There are 35 laps to go. 35 remaining. We're going to go side by side. You don't miss a thing thanks to our sponsors. They race on in turn number 1 and 2. Cody Nutt, Bo Tiffany in the top 5 off the back straightaway.
This is going to get super interesting, isn't it? A lot of these other cars behind them there in the midfield there, non-championship contenders, but Brian Chew, Robert Walton, Jackson Wade, Tony Burlington, they're all starting to get some pace on these leaders. So the leaders aren't breaking away like we saw earlier in stage 2. So I wonder if they're lifting and coasting a little bit to start protecting some of their tyres, knowing they're going to need them in the dying stages of this race.
Down in the corner, number 2 to the back straightaway. You're on board now with the Kodiak car. Good solid run for him right now. That's Robert Walton. He sits in 6th of 14 spots. Highest climber, by the way, Brian Chew, 17 positions. But even more than that, Justin Clapper on board with the Manahawkin, New Jersey man in the 63, fighting Tristan Bruce for the lead, up 21 spots as they go into turn 1.
He's also going to be looking at Bo Tiffany behind. Who's he more concerned about? Of course, he would be more concerned about Bo Tiffany. He actually needs to keep Bo Tiffany behind him, and he wins the championship. He doesn't have to beat T. Bruce, but of course, nothing wrong with being out the front, clear air, and more importantly, it puts a car between him and Bo Tiffany.
Boy, look at Brandon Schumann now, cracked in the top 10. What a solid run for him, a guy that's had a kind of a not-so-stellar season. Schumann now having a strong run in the Dr. Pepper 52. He's at 9th. And by the way, we close in on 31 to go next time by. It's 32 laps left in the race. Tristan Bruce in the lead. Tiffany and Clapper. Walton on the inside of Clapper. I think he got to the left rear. And gets by and Bo Tiffany around Clapper. This has been a championship and maybe the lead.
Yeah, he got a good run out of the corner there, Bo Tiffany did, exactly, and he got right on the... Nobody seems to be wanting to challenge too much of T. Bruce in the front there. When they get out there, they start punching that dirty air. Well, they're punching the air at being a leader, and it's a different feel to the car. Look at that. Happy to sit in the slipstream. Happy to let T. Bruce do all the work, and then sliding in, as you can see. Look at that. So he sticks his nose out at the moment, and then just scrubs off some speed. You can see the exit now of T. Bruce will have a little bit more power as you go down the backstretch. So the inside line, and then of course you're going to be sliding a little bit, and that's something that Bo Tiffany is going to be aware of. You don't want to let the car drift essentially too much. We heard that before when you heard from the drivers drifting, and then of course you're going to drift up into the door of T. Bruce. So that's going to pan out at the moment. But is that scrubbing? Is it wearing more tyres by doing all this sort of battling? Perhaps, perhaps not. The only people that would know are those drivers in those cars.
Ooh. 30 laps to go. The title on the line. There's Clapper watching intently to see what goes on between Bruce in 23 and Tiffany in 35. Oh, Tiffany inside, driver left, back straight away, but Bruce powers along up on the top.
But Justin Clapper got a bird's eye view. You can see each of the drivers get into the door a little bit. I think T. Bruce's car 23 there has had a bit of dooring from some of these drivers here this evening. But got to be aware, allow a bit of space. You can just see side by side. Clapper's probably in a great little spot here at the moment there, Wesley, because he can kind of got half a millisecond to react to if anything happens.
Right,
There's a bit of dooring again. Don't know where to go here. I wouldn't go through the middle at the moment. Got to elect to choose. Does it get on the inside?
Clapper's got to choose, right? Yep. I mean, Dean Clapper's got to choose now. The smart thing, get back single file. Here comes now Jackson pulls forward, jumping out of the line on Cody Knott. Walton will follow. Schumann all the way to 7th. Wow. And Brian Shue, Mr. Restrictor plate on the bottom, and they're 3 wide coming to the line.
Getting antsy out there, aren't they? Absolutely. Loving it.
Getting good in the neighborhood, and I don't mean at your local Applebee's. It's iRacing. It's the NASRA Cup Series. And at 28 to go. Oh, Tiffany in the lead right now. And how about the story, Dean, on Bo Tiffany? Originally from Cordy, New York, now from Graham or Mebane, North Carolina. Recently had a surgery where he got sidelined. Literally was ailing from probably December to January. Came back right before the NASRA 500. And look at this now. Clawed his way in the Cup Series. Fought and clawed. Won the race he's needed. Been consistent. And he's literally on the cusp of sipping the cup, being the inaugural NASRA Cup Series champion as Tristan Bruce battles back on the bottom to go to the lead.
Justin Clapper in the background watching all that one. Jackson Wade now into the mix there for that 96 car that's high up against the fence there. Rob Walton, Brendan Schumann. Yeah, getting antsy. There's a couple little tank slappers there. Cody Knott also in the mix there. Matt Holmes, next championship contender down the road. P9, he's in this mix. But further back, you've got a gap to Caulfield in P12, and Merckx coming through that field is going to try to get past Cherry for 13th. See pit stops there. Brian Chew in. So this is that green flag pit stops I was talking to you about, Wes. Perhaps the very last pit stops. They've done 32 laps at the moment. 35 they've done in the second stint. So it's getting close to pit stop time, my friend.
$25 remaining when they come to the line. Better put that lap ticker from 90 to 115 to countdown mode, because it certainly is now the waning laps of this race weighing on all these drivers' mind. Tristan Bruce now in the lead. Bo Tiffany, Justin Clapper. You got Holmes, stage 1 winner, who's been dominant, now back in 8th.
Yeah, somebody's Mark's asking how many laps can they do. Can they go on fuel? I'm not 100% sure.
I think they can go to the finish. I really think they can go to the finish. I do.
But tyres probably not, isn't it? Well, you can, but those tyres are going to fall off the cliff, so that's interesting. We do know that...
Can you put up the graphics, the race details? Let me see it real quick.
Well, race details means we can do 100% fuel capacity, so that might not be a problem, but it'd be more tyres.
No.
Justin White might be, of course, listening in race control as well, too. He might be able to chime in and let us know.
They might have to pit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm actually, now that I'm thinking it up in my head, they might have to pit.
Well, remember, we've had a lot of green flag running. Only a couple of cautions so far. There's Bo Tiffany back out to the lead and getting front there at T. Bruce. Justin Clapper riding on board with is in there. But 4 cautions, of course. 2 of those were stage cautions. The other 2 of those incidents that we saw. Thankfully, no big one just yet. Hopefully, we won't have a big one. I'd like to see a nice little sprint race to the end. We do have Justin White timing in.
Justin White in the booth. Justin, how many laps on a tank of fuel can these guys go if we're racing to the finish now with 3 wide for the lead?
Give me 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Or maybe 5 seconds. Hold tight.
Just trying to think it up right now as Clapper, Bruce, and Tiffany 3 wide for just a moment. And now Tiffany falling back to 3rd. Remember, you don't have to win the race to be the champion. By the way, anybody of you Jeff Merck fans out there, Pookie is in 14th.
Yes.
Did the math. 45 to 50 laps. 45 to 50 laps.
But they're going to have to pit. There ain't no doubt about it.
They're on lap 36 of this run, so
they're going to have to pit.
Pit stops are lightening up right now. They're going to start happening any moment.
Wow.
Looks like Brian
Thanks
Chu
for your
already
time.
come down.
Thank you, Justin. Justin White letting us know. I had a feeling they can't go the distance here. So green flag pit stops and maybe a late race caution will change everything. As Jacob, I'm sorry,
Wesley.
We got a caution. There it is.
Cue. It's Buzzy.
Wow. Caution out. It's Buzzy Mongold crashing. Yeah. Just what the doctor ordered for everybody but the 97. Caution out, 5th time. This changes everything with 24 laps to go, 23 to go.
Let's have a look what happened to Buzz here.
Wow.
Yeah, he got clipped from behind.
That's Brian Chu. Everybody, and I mean everybody, Dean Hopton, Biggles is coming down pit road.
Yeah, this could be the last pit stop of the season for these drivers. So if you ever wanted to nail it, well, if you don't get it,
I don't want to say this in a bad way. You're bonkers. I don't want to use the other word. You're bonkers if you don't come down pit road.
And more importantly, what have they got for sets of tires left, Wesley? This is when the people, those drivers that have elected to save some tires, or at least maybe half the tires.
Very true.
That comes to their advantage. We need some of these drivers are on different strategies as well too. So this is a point that you want to get, the fresh smell of car tire, fresh out of the blankets, slapped on straight onto your car. You'll be like, thank you very much.
As Jacob Reeves, our friend, calls it 4 Freshlies. Getting 4 Freshlies and top off the tanks. It is go time. I thought maybe they would make a fuel stop, a stop and go, if it was going to be green flag pit stops. But now everybody, and I do mean everybody, is on pit road. The pace car is by his lonesome self, except for the man in 22nd spot, Brian Chu. Brian Chu is the only driver that did not come down the pit road.
And I think he was a lap down as well, too, so he might be getting that lap down. Justin Clapper's going to come out. Will he come out ahead of the rest of the field here? Will be very interesting, Wesley. I'll get those pit stop times up in a minute because some of those drivers did not take all their tyres just to get track position.
Brandon Broadfoot up in front of the leaders. Broadfoot in front of Clapper.
Yep, and he took... Mark. I don't think he took tyres, or if he did, he took 2. Because he's a 7-second pit stop for him, but the rest of the field took 15-second pit stops, which elected to me that they've taken tyres. Another thing, too, they don't necessarily need to take the gasoline there, or only a splash of dash, but you also got to think about your green-white checkers, too. So if you're running on vapors,
Wesley, overtime hangs in the balance. You're exactly right. Yes, sir.
Do you put a little bit extra in, sacrifice a little bit of your speed, have a few extra laps under your sleeve? Because if we do go to a couple of green white checkers, and more likely that can happen in championship races.
I would at least put half a tank in. I'm not going to lie to you, Dean. I'd have put 4 new freshies on, 4 new tires, 4 new sides of rubber, and filled at least a half a tank. Would I say a full tank? No. But maybe half a tank, because you do have to possibly, again, consider the fact that with still 20 laps to go, we could have overtime. By the way, 20 to go, presented by Premier Racing Setups. We go side by side to thank that sponsor now as we are heading to the home stretch. Big thanks to Premier Racing Setups. Remember, if you want dirt, pavement, NASCAR, short track setups from the best setup creators of iRacing in the business, get it from Premier Racing Setups. Mention NASRA and you get 15% off of your order, and 15% goes back to the North American Sim Racing Association. Premier Racing Setups, a premier partner of the NASRA Cup Series.
And how's this one? Jeff Merck back up into P2. I'm looking at the live timing information that we have here. It said that old Pookie took a pit stop time, of, well, won't show it there, unfortunately, because it's the last little pit stop.
10.5 seconds. 10.5 seconds.
10.5 seconds.
10.5 seconds pit stop.
4 seconds quicker than practically the rest of the field in that pit stop. Now, why is that, Justin?
Took tires. I doubt he took tires.
I don't think he took tires, guys. I think he just fueled up. Justin White, me and you are in agreement. I think he just did fuel only, no tires. A stop and go, if you will. And I really believe if we were still under green flag conditions, that's exactly what we would have been seeing as drivers peel onto the pit lane for stop and go. Could this be the final restart of the season? Or is it just the circumstance of things to come with the Banana Republic flag to determine the climax of who's the NASRA Cup inaugural champion? Back to green, TLC restart zone. You got 18 to go in Auto Club.
Ooh, if you're not nervous, you should be nervous now. I'm nervous up here watching this one, Wesley. I'm sure these drivers are absolutely panicking in the cockpit.
By the way, thanks to Justin White, race director for Chomedy and series promoter, letting us know what's going on along the way. And Clapper back up in front. Merck in second. Here comes a catch fence. Motorsports number 60 Chevrolet. Looking to the inside for the tunnel. City in 3.
Look at his facial expressions. Whoa, I just got past. He says we haven't got past just yet. Now you have, Merck. Now you have.
And
Robert
we're 4
Walton
wide behind them for just a moment, and they're crashing behind them. Trouble in turn 4. Scattering littered on the grass. Joshua Suss and a host of other cars involved.
Was it Brandon?
17 to go. Brandon Broadfoot collected in the 22 also. And so is Brandon Schumann, the Dr. Pepper car. By the way, Dean, shameless plug for Dr. Pepper. I tried the Blackberry Dr. Pepper the other day. Yeah. It is really good. Well, I recommend you try it.
I don't think Brandon Schumann liked it too much, mate, because he went hard licking the fence, and I think, oh no, he started licking the fence. It had nothing to do with it. So
nowhere to go for him.
Yeah.
As Suss got into the 52, Andrew Alzewski with the Denny Hamlin number 11 colors on the Progressive 11 gets caught up in his Toyota. Watch this again off 4.
So there's 52, but there's, he just gets into him. Absolutely. Andrew gets completely into Joshua Suss. Joshua Suss, no. Well, that's what we see from this angle, of course. Justin Watt make that final decision.
Ain't nobody pitting. As Damian Neeson just said, it's party time now. Jimmy Coker Jr. said it's pit stop and then it's on.
Look at this. Where would you go if you're the likes of Brandon Broadfoot? Nowhere. I mean, pit lane?
Wow,
that's
man, look at our buddy at a Chico.
Yeah.
More cars spinning down in the apron. Another caution.
Dean as well. Oh, Dean went off the track earlier, I think, to try to avoid this one. So, have a look. There it is.
Andrew Alzewski and others crashing on lap number 99. As we're about to put triple digits on the board as well.
Yeah, just those drivers involved in the incident, essentially from P15 down, to P23 have all gone down a pit road, but more importantly, of course, these drivers haven't, so they just came down a pit road. They're not going to risk track position right now, are you? 16 to go there, Wesley. That's just like throw the championship trophy out the door if you do that. Is Chase still out there? No, Chase, I think, is retired, unfortunately, that Wesley.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Bam, or what? Yeah. Chase. The driver making his debut with the NASRA Cup Series, I believe. Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll see more of Chase. Coldfield's got to get a move on. Larch have to get a move on. Michael Larch is in pit road, and that might be very devastating, isn't it, for Michael Larch's championship hopes this evening? There, Wesley.
Who you riding with?
But
who's
again,
it going to be? What's it going to be, right?
A nice big wreck up the front there. And we've said it before. I mean, we don't want to see a wreck, but of course for Larch, he probably might not be bad to have one. And then cheat across the infield grass there and just steal the victory. So it's very much possible, but of course we would not like it to go that way.
Kristen Bruce said that Pookie is Superman. He's coming for you guys.
That was
listen to this. You know I'm a stat guy. If Pookie Jeff Merck wins the championship, he will join the likes of drivers like Brady LaBeouf, Keith Bradley, Chris Cinnamon, and others. A small fraternity that have won championships in 2 separate NASRA leagues. He did it in the Cup Series. He did it in the C.O.P.S Truck Series a couple of years ago in season number 8 when he won the Rookie of the Year and the championship, Jeff Merck did. And now Jeff Merck trying to be also the inaugural TLC Incorporated NASRA Cup Series champion. Presented by Premier Racing Setups. But it ain't done. It ain't done. 15 to go. I think we're just getting started, Dean Hopton.
I think so as well. I've probably got a feeling that we might see a couple more cautions here because the patience is going to start wearing thin for some of these drivers because they realise it's all to just go. It's everything. Throw everything in it, this one. The kitchen sink, the cats, the dogs, whatever you have. The sprinklers from TLC. Throw them in there. Try to get that championship victory.
Back underway. Jeff Merck gone on the whole shot, the outside lane in 1 and 2. Tiffany and Clapper. A couple of other championship contenders now battle side by side as Walton watches on. Here comes the 5 of Matt Holmes. Cody Nutt and Tristan Bruce in tail as well. 7 cars for the lead as they work it at turn number 3.
Rob Walton's also up 16 positions. Great for him. Justin Clapper, of course, the biggest gainer and the biggest gain he possibly can if he can win the championship more than anything. But he's got Bo Tiffany around the outside. Top three contenders. Holmes is back up in this one. Caulfield's climbed his way up through here as well, too. So absolutely fantastic. If he can get a couple more positions up, he's going to be running with the top 3. 13 to go, Wes.
Merck, check it out. Got damaged, remember, earlier, battling with Matt Holmes. Now look at the blocking going on. Bonsai moves high and wide. Walton on the inside of Bo Tiffany. Bo Tiffany not trying to back down. Walton, Tiffany, and watch Holmes watching on. This is for third.
Hits the fence a little bit.
Into the wall goes Holmes. Yep. Contact. Clapper in the middle.
Clapper's trying to find somewhere to go, isn't it? Because there's not a lot of space at the moment. Nobody's going to be allowing a door to be open. You're going to get burgled, really. Essentially, if you do that at this point. All this is helping Jeff Merck get a 7/10 gap up the road, too. So these drivers are going to be like, hey, we can't let Merck get away. They're into each other.
Crashing almost, and there they go. Clapper around. Tiffany's in the wall. Robert Walton slammed into by another car down below. I believe it's Tony Burleson. Caution is out. 7th time. A dozen laps to go for the championship at Auto Club.
And just like that, isn't it? Ooh, championship hopes and dreams. But I stay still in it. There's 12 to go, but that's 2 championship contenders right there dropping down. So, unfortunately for Bo Tiffany as well, let's go back and have a look at that one. There's a lot to analyze here, Wes.
Jimmy Coker says Bo Tiffany might have the best car. Well, I'll be honest for you, Jimmy. That just went up in smoke. We got to wonder how much damage was on the In-N-Out Burger Ford after Cofield, Walton, Tiffany, Clapper all fighting for positions, by the way. Cofield scampers away. He's now in second. There's Tiffany bonsaiing off Walton, bonsaiing off the wall, and then he hooks the left, the right rear of Clapper. T-boned is going to be Walton into the 63. You got to wonder how much damage is on these cars as we move into our 8th caution of the race.
Yeah, I just want to go back for a second and see what happened there. Now, obviously, Justin White's going to be analysing this one big time because it's important for the championship hopes. These drivers are going to be talking about that one. Just kind of have a look. You can see these two are going to get into each other. So keep an eye out for the In-N-Out Burger. That's Bo Tiffany. In the middle here, we're looking at Robert Walton.
Corrected, 7th caution. 7th caution of the race.
So gets into him there. Tiffany gets in the fence, nowhere to go. He has to hit into Clapper. They rebound off each other, but both of them go around.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Is that Jacob Reeves behind him? Yes, it is. The redneck announcer.
And avoided. I'm not
yes,
sure
sir.
Who Walton hits when he comes down. But
I want to say that was Tony Burleson down there at the bottom of the 79.
So here's Bo Tiffany's perspective. He just gets nowhere to go, isn't it? And then it's so unfortunate that he got into Clapper, wasn't it, too? But and then at that point, because you're at the front, you're most likely going to get slapped.
Cody Dodd spun around. Look at Cody Dodd. Had such a good run going for him. Matthew Garrett, the MTV car involved. He was the encumbered winner in the practice race yesterday or last Wednesday. Watch this again. Jacob Reeves.
He just plants it. He plants it, I think.
Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go.
That puts Jacob up into P5 currently at the moment.
The rule is that you just go right forward, so I never took my foot off the gas, like Days of Thunder.
So that means Bo Tiffany will be down in pit road getting that damage chipped out, and Justin Clapper down there in pit road getting that damage chipped off, two of their championship contenders. But
how damaged is Bo Tiffany and Justin Clapper's car, Dean? That's an important question with 10 to go. You see Bo Tiffany still on pit road.
That looks pretty beat up too, doesn't it?
Let's grab Bo Tiffany. I'd like to hear his thoughts on the subject here. Oh boy. We talked about the Gundog Motorsports entry, and Bo Tiffany, it's the broadcast booth. You got a copy. How badly damaged are you?
That's junk, man. Just junk. Don't steer. 6 minutes of damage.
What's your take of what just happened there? It definitely. You had a shot at it. Don't want to take that away from you, bud.
I'm gonna be polite. To be honest with you, if I say what I really want to say right now, they'll suspend me. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I don't know, man. What's really going for there? We had some good racing, and just seems like we make it to lap 100, and I don't know. We just can't race after that.
Hey, buddy, I can't say that there was a lack of effort for not trying, buddy. With all you've gone through during the winter with the surgery and to get back to the car, man, this is sour grapes.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. It's racing. I get it. You got people running for playoffs, guys trying to win races. It just seems to be the NASRA thing. We get to lap 100 and then everybody else forgets how to drive.
That's Bo Tiffany. There's his thoughts in it for the Gundog Motorsports team.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate, isn't it? We feel for everything he's been through.
But hopefully
he can bring it home with his head up high, and it certainly should be up high. He's done a fantastic job all season long there, and you want to finish it out. You want to finish the season out as best he possibly can. And not just himself, Justin Clapper probably made it in a similar boat as well, too. We're not sure how dinged up the number 63 machine is, and he's running a P13. But now that just brings into play there, Jonathan Colford, you mentioned, Matt Holmes in P4 with...
ready for a restart. 8 laps to go when they come back to the line at the TLC restart zone. It is now Jeff Merck, Jonathan Cofield, Florida, Alabama for the championship in the Cup Series back underway.
All to play for now, mate. Absolutely.
Look at Bruce out of line. Tristan Bruce out of line. Hooking up with his teammate. Bruce and Mark 1 and 2. Cofield back to third.
He's going to try to help out Jeff Merck, I would imagine. What's he going to do with Caulfield here at the moment? Caulfield's feel like that Pookie and Pookie Jr. are going to be ganging up against him at the moment. So is T. Bruce going to be a bit of a back blocker here? Because he's got Jackson Wade, Matty, Caulfield all in the play here. That's allowing Pookie once again to get up the road. We saw that before. Once Pookie gets up the road, he gets a bit of a gap here. And as gap is all you need for 7 to go, Wes.
Good a job by Matt Holmes tonight as well. Battles alongside Caulfield. Back into the corner, Jackson Wade up high. Holmes watching along. Here comes now Caulfield to the inside. Single file, Merck and Bruce, 1 and 2. We talked about 2 weeks ago. What if this story happened? Look at now, Jackson Wade on the outside. Caulfield and Holmes, 6 to go. 12 miles remain for the championship here at Auto Club.
Oh, get into each other as well, too. That's
Contact.
Caulfield.
That's Wade and Caulfield. And Holmes is pinched in against the outside wall. He's got nowhere to go in the 5.
Yeah, Caulfield and Holmes getting into it a little bit as well. I mean, Jackson Wade, so spanner in the mix on that one. Meanwhile, they got to do something about Merck up the road. Merck's got his blocker. He's got Pookie Jr. behind him. Pookie Jr. can be it. So you've got not only to think about getting Jeff Merck, I think you've got to figure about how you're going to get past Tristan Bruce first. We knew that T. Bruce may be the one that's going to really help Merck win this championship at the moment. So Caulfield and Holmes... Caulfield and Holmes, if I was these two right now, I'll be on the horn saying, all right, let's work together, all right? All of a sudden, let's become teammates.
5 to go. 5 to go. 4 fingers and a thumb from your Barney Flagman. As Merck in the lead. Bruce now second. Here comes now Caulfield. He pulls to the inside. Jackson Wade up high. Holmes right there behind him. The Howell, Michigan driver. And they're losing ground. Caulfield falling back to 5th. Merck and Bruce, 1 and 2, 4 to go, 8 miles at the line.
This is when you got to dig in and reach in for grab everything you possibly can. Drive the pants off this machine. You will not be returning them. You not even have to take them to the next race because this is the finale. Everything playful.
4 laps to go. Remember we mentioned a couple of seasons ago, Season 8 champion of the Cups. Concerns of Police Survivors NASRA Truck Series on Friday night. Rookie of the Year and Champion of the same year. Cody Knott in trouble. Cody Knott's in the wall. The 26. And somehow he kept on going, missing the drivers of Clapper and others.
Yeah, they're still in it. If there's a big one up the front there, Clapper and P8 can drive on by. We've seen big wrecks like that before in the past, but at the moment, as long as T. Bruce doesn't get in the Jeff Merck, they're looking good. Jackson Wade, Matty, all filed in. Tooth and nail. This is it.
Cody Knott fell all the way back to 11th. Here comes the battle for the lead, the win. Jackson Wade, he's not a championship contender. He just wants to win a race. Merck in the lead. Bruce in second. Wade and Holmes now for third. As Caulfield's right there with them. Stride for stride in the back with 3. Now make it 2 to go. 4 miles left at Auto Club.
Look.
Contact. Holmes and Wade up the track.
Oh, that's going to cost a little bit of time too. This battling desperately. Caulfield at the moment has to try to get. Wade's been the big playmaker, hasn't it, between these drivers at the moment? They're trying to battle just to get ahead of each other. Wade's just hanging in there.
Jackson Wade on the inside, right there with Tristan Bruce. The race is on the line. The title on the line. Who will it be on the other side? Here they come, selling it into turn number 3. Merck, Pookie Jr., most recent friendship and teammates, but used to be rivals. Tristan Bruce, 1 and 2. He smacks the wall. Caulfield smacks the wall. Wade balls back to 3rd. White flag. Final lap of the season. Darren Steed telling 1 to go. Who's going to be the NASRA Cup inaugural champion? Working 2.
I wouldn't be surprised if Tristan Bruce he's backing up a little bit there. He might be trying to protect at the moment. It's
blocking. He's blocking.
He's blocking, yeah. It's either that.
He's blocking. He's blocking Caulfield. He's blocking Holmes.
Yes.
These are championship drivers. Wade on the bottom of the racetrack. Here they come. One more shot. They're not going to get him. Jeff Merck, Cup champion of the series for the first time ever, wins also the race at Auto Club.
Wow. Did you see the emotion
Jeff
at the
Merck!
moment of Jeff Merck?
Put the camera on him. Don't take it off there, Dean.
Whoa.
Look at this. How much do you want it? Pookie wanted it all. And he wins the title and the race, the battle and the war in the inaugural NASRA Cup Series finale. And by the way, Pookie Jr. was right there helping him, Tristan Bruce, in the finish there, Dean.
Yeah, I would have liked to see if Tristan Bruce was in that championship hunt, how that would have panned out, that situation, if T. Bruce would have stopped helping out Merck and actually gone for it between these two. But he didn't need to. He did the right thing as a teammate, and he allowed Jeff Merck to get the race win. That's all he needed to do. Jeff Merck got the race win. And you saw all the cards are thrown against him, weren't they? Just a couple of dozen laps earlier, he thought he might have been done and dusted. But not when Pookie's behind that wheel, mate. He never gives up.
It is his second NASRA Cup Series title, or his second NASRA title in the sanctioning body is what I was meaning to say. First ever in the Cup Series in the inaugural year. Season 8 champion of the C.O.P.S Truck Series of the past. And let this man celebrate. Let it be known. Jeff Merck was on a mission. And remember, Dean, he was literally out of it earlier. Him and Matt Holmes, they got together, made contact. He thought he was out of it, got together with him in the start of stage 3. He raced his way back and wins not only the race, but the championship too. For Jeff Merck, in his 160th career NASRA start, it is his 29th career win, 65th top 5. 89th top 10, but most of all, he is the champion in the NASRA Cup Series for the first time ever.
There's your results for the unofficial results, but certainly I'd say an official result for Jeff Merck there. I'd like to go over those for us, please.
Here's your results, Jeff Merck, Tristan Bruce. We're going to talk to them in a little bit. Jonathan Cofield, third. Matt Holmes, Jackson Wade, your top 5 in the championship finale. Michael Larch, Brandon Broadfoot, wrecked earlier. The Velocity Viper Racing entry from California came back to finish 7th. Matt Cherry, Justin Clapper, Brian Chu, Dean, all in the top 10 after having some type of bad luck. They come back and finish in a solid top 10 finish at Auto Club.
Yep, the rest of the field there, Matthew and Joshua there, Cody not, Bo Tiffany, unfortunate for him. We saw that late race incident that just basically put him out of the championship contenders, but he's still bringing home at least Robert Walton. Jacob Reeves was up there for a little bit, Chase Albright, Jeffrey Johnson. Over to the next page. And also we had Tony, Dean, Brandon, Andrew, Buzzy, and Chase. Wrap it out.
Thanks, Leah. Hopefully we get that man from northern New Jersey to come back and race with us again. He's got a lot of credentials in running iRacing events in the past as well in the major leagues and whatnot. So the TLC champion, Jeff Merck, started 5th. 39 laps led tonight. Climbed 4 spots when it counted the most to take the lead. And you heard him earlier. He thought he was down and out of it. Wrecked out, damaged, busted. He raced his way back in. A slew of late breaks cautions in the finish, changed it, opened the door for him. A flawless pit stop, might I add, Dean. No tires, a fuel-only stop. And with a stop, and he literally on gas and go held off everyone with the help of that DSR electric number 23 from Denver, North Carolina, Mr. Tristan Bruce. He was wingman. If you want to talk about the passing of Mr. Val Kilmer, Iceman, earlier, it was a Maverick Iceman moment, if you will. They were tag teaming. They were racing to the finish. And when it's said and done, Jeff Merck, Pookie, Tristan Bruce, Pookie Jr. holds off the cavalry. Look at Cofield, Holmes, and Wade. Hot on their heels, Dean, but they would not be denied. And Jeff Merck gets his second NASRA Series championship.
Absolutely, and we'll be back after a word from our TLC sponsor. Don't go anywhere. We're going to chat to the drivers.
Hey, Bob Carr here with TLC. If your lawn sprinkler controller is more than 5 years old, give us a shout today. We'll come out and take a look, give you a evaluation, get you set up for a new Wi-Fi enabled smart controller. We can monitor this from our office for you. Give us a shout. We'll come out and take a look. Let's upgrade your controller. It'll save you water. We can save you up to about, we're averaging 47 to 51% with our clients. Feedback we're hearing from us. So give us a shout today. We'll glad to come out and take a peek. Talk to you soon. Hey, Bob Carr here.
Back here at the Auto Club Speedway, there is your inaugural NASRA Cup Series champion presented by TLC Incorporated and Premier Racing Setups, and promoter of the NASRA Cup Series, Justin White, has got some other things to handle, but he does want to give some words very quickly to the inaugural champion of course, Floridian, Jeff Mert. Justin.
Jeff, excellent drive all season. You have definitely proven yourself to be cream of the crop for the 2024-2025 NASRA Cup Series, and I appreciate your dedication and commitment to the league, and congratulations on winning the championship and the inaugural champion of the NASRA Cup Series that we started, like I said, back in 2024, but congratulations on that championship, bud.
Thanks, man. Thanks to you for putting it on, too. It was a great series. A lot of good, clean, hard racing. There was some not so clean moments, too, but this was a good, hard-fought battle, and I'm glad I brought it home and got the championship.
Well, Justin, thank you, man, and we look forward to seeing you and what you provide for Season 2 and the upcoming weeks after we have a break, at least till the end of probably May, right? Or before May?
Yeah, I'm reviewing that now, and I'll get back to everybody here in the next week or two and letting everybody know what Season 2 is going to look like, but appreciate everybody tuning in and everybody who's raced all season. Started out with a big crowd, and then we ended up with 25 of the core group at the very final race, which is about typical for a iRacing league. But like I said, I appreciate those who stayed committed. Congratulations to the champion Jeff Mert. Great drive. Appreciate those who and congratulations to the guys who finished second through sixth in the champion. Not what they wanted, but in the end, maybe it'll make them come back a little bit hungrier for next season.
There you go. There's the thoughts of Justin White. Justin, one more thing before I let you go. What does the champion Jeff Mert get for all the bragging rights? What is the sweets and the goodies that come with being the champion?
So the sweets and the goodies is that he will receive $150, and then he'll of course receive the race winnings for tonight. And then he will be paraded around on end of next season when we come to the final race as the champion, and we'll parade him around at the start of the season as well, saying, hey, here is your inaugural Cup Series champion, and just give him those accolades because, like I said, 21 weeks out of the year, or technically 22, we had an off week, maybe 25 weeks out of the year, half the year, he was here, committed, and got the job done.
By the way, this is his third win this year. He started the season as the first ever winner of the NASRA Cup Series when he won Daytona back in October of 2024. He then turned around and picked up a win at Darlington back in March to put himself in the finals to race for the championship. And Jeff Mert, man, obviously, I know Justin has already kind of chatted with you, bud, but what's it mean, especially after what you went through? I mean, let's go back to the beginning of stage number 3. You were kind of frustrated. You said you were damaged on the clock, racing to get back out. You thought you were done when you and Holmes got together. Holmes rallied back, finished in the top 5 with you and Cofield. And obviously, Jeff, I don't want to say you were playing possum with any of us. I think it was a valiant, renewed effort to rally and bust your you-know-what to get up there and make some noise. And obviously, that late race caution, did that really kind of help put things in perspective for you, champion?
Yeah, really, those last couple of cautions really helped me. I just tried a Hail Mary there at the end. I could have made it on fuel because I was in the back clutching it. Then when that caution came out, it's like, well, now everybody can make it on fuel. Went down, got a little fuel, come back out, I think. And then we had another caution or two. I really can't remember the schematics on it, but with about 20 to go, everybody went down pit road.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I've been taking it really easy on my tires, so my left sides probably aren't that bad. And I said, the only way I'm getting all my track position back is if I take a couple gallons and just right sides of fuel, on pit road 7, 8, I think I was on 10.9 seconds or something. So I got that done, came back out, scrolled over to my tires, and my left side tires were like 82%. I was like, I am beyond screwed here. There's no way I'm holding these guys off. And then we had like a 2 or 3 lap run, caution. Then we had like another 2 or 3 lap run and a caution. So that kind of helped me out. Kind of put the guys with new tires through a cycle. And then luckily me and my teammate, Tristan Bruce, lined up behind me. I counted it down and we fired off together. So me and him both could get out front. And I kind of asked him, hey, if you ever get to me, just try to push me down the front straightaway. But I guess with my damage and the new right side tires, it put just enough wedge in it to where it drove good enough to stay out front. Clean air and right sides was enough to get it done. And I'm so pumped because now it's not, he's just a truck champion. It's now he's a truck and Cup Series champion over here at NASRA. So I'm real proud of that.
Dean.
Oh, no, I don't really have too much to say there, Jeff Merck. I mean, the resilient driving that you do, just when you think that you're out of it, you just chip out in those repairs there, get it done, put your head down there and say, look, until that checkered flag is flown, now I'm not out. And that's what you've proven to the rest of the field here, as well as any driver that gets behind a racing rig. Just battle your way until the final flag.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I'll hang my head down, and Tristan will get on my butt and, he'll be like, hey, you do what the car will do and you just drive it. And that's kind of what I did tonight. And I was shocked that it worked out. I know Cofield had some bad luck on that last restart, but sometimes somebody else's bad luck is somebody else's good luck. So I'm the inaugural champion over here in the Cup Series for 2024, 2025, like Justin White said. He's put on a great show over here. He's a great RC. I mean, he calls out everything, where the pace car is, what the pace car is doing when all the cars are coming to it. And, hey, take your time, close the gaps so we don't have the big accordion effects. So this series has been run really well by Justin White. And I just wanted to thank him because he does a bang up job on getting this done.
And by the way, Justin White has also went through a lot of personal stuff as well. And amongst the personal things that he went through, to still be able to try to persevere and allow us to be able to have the opportunities to do what we've been able to do, definitely, we certainly do appreciate that. Jeff, I got to ask you one more question, man. Savor the moment. But does this championship mean, and win for that matter, does this championship and race win mean more to you than the first C.O.P.S Rookie of the Year championship that you got at Atlanta 2 years ago?
No, the C.O.P.S Truck Series is kind of our flagship over here at NASRA. So coming in as a rookie and winning that championship means a whole lot to me. I know Brady, the big boss man, he gives me a bunch of crap about, hey, I guess I compared myself to Dale Earnhardt or something when y'all were saying even Dale Earnhardt didn't do that in his rookie season. So Brady still gives me a bunch of crap about that. But we always go back and forth at each other in Discord all the time anyway. So I don't think any of this would be possible without the big boss man over there running the whole NASRA show. Everything that's under the NASRA umbrella and NASRA broadcasting. You guys do a great job. And I'm just so pumped. I'm long-winded anyway. So when I get it, pumped about winning a championship, especially an inaugural championship like this one, it does mean a lot. But the Truck Series is still, I got the banner hanging right there for a reason. So
right.
See it. But it does mean a lot. And so right now it's truck, and then this one, and then when I win the Truck Series championship this year, I'll be a 3-time NASRA champion.
There you go. There's the thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, of driver Jeff Merck, you were watching him on camera racing towards the checkered flag of the finish, for that matter, and the emotions were there for the Floridian of Jeff Merck. Jeff, congratulated, man, and congratulations. What a comeback, and obviously pleasure following the ride with you along the way, my friend.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure listening to y'all call the races every week. You and Dean always do a bang-up job.
Jeff Merck, again, ladies and gentlemen, his third win of the season. When it's all said and done, he will now be hoisted as the inaugural TLC Incorporated NASRA Cup Series presented by Premier Racing Setups champion. When it's all said and done, out of one pole, 3 wins, 6 top 5, 7 top 10s. And if you're keeping the overall statistics like I do for the world of NASRA, this is again his career start victory. At 161, 29th career NASRA win, 65th top 5, 89th top 10, and again, now a series champion for not only the NASRA Cups trucks, but now the NASRA Cups car series, Jeff Merck. Tristan Bruce, man, if there's anybody that deserves a rally or a absolute comeback story award of the season, it has to be you. You did what you needed to do to win. Couldn't get in by points, lost by 7 to make the final 6, but you still raced, and that, you know what, you can't make this up. I asked this question 2 weeks ago. What would it be like with Merck and Bruce fighting it out for the finish at Auto Club? And I'd be damned if that ain't the way it turned out to be. Your take of this season and your take of pushing, blocking, helping Jeff Merck win your championship, and Pookie and Pookie Jr. 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's been a phenomenal year from missing the first 4 races of the season, which caused me to have to make the playoffs and the championship on strictly points only. And I was able to make it all the way until just 7 points short. But no, it's been a great year. Big congratulations to my teammate Jeff Merck. He deserves this championship very much. But I wanted to get the win right there. That would have been 3 wins in a row with this series. I tried all I could. I didn't on the last restart. I just could never get to the back of Jeff's bumper. I just couldn't get right there on him and make a move. And if I did, then I had Jackson and Cofield behind me, so I didn't want to make a big move, get tight, lose track position. So, but on the last lap into 3, I definitely sent it in there. I wanted to get the win, but yeah, I just wanted to keep Cofield behind. I wanted Matt Holmes to get up here because he's my teammate as well in the championship. So I there was a little thought that crossed my mind, if Matt gets clear of Cofield and gets up to me, maybe I would have let him go to let the 2 guys up front try to win the championship, my 2 teammates. But no, nonetheless, it's been a great year. I've had a super fun time doing this stuff, and just can't wait for next season.
Is that going to be your trophy? Are you going to be taking that one from Jeff Merck? Is he going to be handing it over to you if work permits you to continue out a full season?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm going to run every race next season. I'm going to win the championship, and I'm going to win season 10 of the C.O.P.S Truck Series Championship.
I like it.
I feel like maybe the most important thing out of the deal, Tristan, was you definitely, the old cliche, the friend of my friend is my enemy, right? And I don't want to say that in a bad way, but at one time you and Jeff did not get along. But would you say probably the perfect lining to recap the season was the friendship now that you have with Jeff Merck, Tristan?
Oh, absolutely. I'm very thankful to have this friendship that me and Jeff have. We talk pretty much daily, all good talks, all jokes. So, yeah, very thankful for him wrecking me under caution at Texas last season for nothing. But I guess it wasn't for nothing, It closed down to pretty good friendship as a whole. So, yeah, it's been super fun being able to race Jeff as a teammate, and we learn off of each other every week. So, yeah, just again a big congratulations for him winning it.
Well, buddy, it's been a fun ride. Before we let you go, thank your sponsors, and we'll see you in about a month or so. We'll see if you can get that Season 2 championship, Tristan.
Yeah, thank you. Just got to thank my sponsor, Charlotte Fence Company. If any of you need a fence around your property, business, whatnot, give 704-48-FENCE a call. Speak with Miss Jennifer. Tell her Tristan sent you. You get a big discount on a fence around your property. Just thank all my family for watching each and every week. Got a lot of people tuning in. Thank you guys in the broadcast booth. You do a great job every week, 4 or 5 days a week that we do this. And Brady, with everything he does with NASRA, he does a great job. I love coming into NASRA. It's been, I never ran leagues before the C.O.P.S Truck Series of last season, and now I'm pretty dedicated to NASRA. So thank you, Brady LaBeouf, and Justin White for turning this Wednesday series around. It was once thunderclap, and it kind of went to hell, but he's brought it back up with what we got here at NASRA. So thank you, Justin White. Prayers to you. Hopefully everything goes smoothly with what you're going through, and yeah, we'll see you next year.
There's the thoughts again of Tristan Bruce, ladies and gentlemen. He will finish in the number 2 spot when this race concludes. And another driver that was the championship 6 and finishing 3rd, Jonathan Cofield. Jonathan from Mumford, Alabama. And just like Auburn falling short for the national championship, hey, at least it was an SEC team, Florida beating Houston. But I guess it's kind of about the same way. You got a Floridian and Jeff Merck winning the championship of the NASRA Cup Series. Alabama's Jonathan Cofield. How are you feeling right now, man? You're taking this race, and obviously are you happy with a 3rd spot? And what do you do differently if you had to, get a chance to try over?
I had anything to do differently, I'd punted the 96 out of the way. But yeah, he drove me pretty dirty.
Gotcha. I got you.
Doored me going down the straightaway and kind of set me back. These drafting tracks, you get set back a little bit. It takes a while to suck back up, but I even come over cons like, you're going to go win it. Other than that, get out of the way. But it is what it is. Jeff Merck had an awesome season.
Jonathan, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it seems like a lot this year people have had problems with Jackson Wade in the 96.
Well, I mean, he's fast. He's a good little driver. I mean, I don't know. He got suspended for driving somebody like crap or retaliating. I don't know. I think Jacob Reeves' beef segment causes a lot of this stuff. People wreck people, and then they got to get them back. So we get caution after caution after caution. But I don't know. Nobody apologizes for anything, really. I don't know.
Definitely, I know you're frustrated, man. You sound frustrated for sure.
Yeah, had a fast car. Like I said, Merck took 2 tires. I was trying to figure out if he took 2 tires or fuel only. I don't know, but we went in the corner and I blew by like 4 of them. I was like, well, we might have something here, but yeah, it just got a little bumbled there at the end. I'd expect Tristan, maybe drive me dirty for his teammate, but not the 96. I know you're going for the win, but we got 3 guys running for the championship up here. I'll give you $5. You let me get by and at least try.
Hey, Cofield, you didn't have an easy battle to get to finish in P3 as well too, because you had to get down pit road 6 times, I think, in total as well, too, and get some repairs done. So, just like
I didn't have to get any repairs done.
I
dropped down, took a little extra fuel. I was kind of like Merck. I think Merck took an extra pit stop. If it would have went green, we'd have had enough fuel to make it to the end. I was shutting the car off just like Merck was clutching. So I think everybody. I don't know. I know I was good, and Merck said he was good. A couple people were starting to pit there before the caution. So I think if we didn't have the caution, it'd been who saved the most fuel, pretty much.
Well, Jonathan, buddy, I can definitely sense the frustration. Obviously, I know it's not towards Bruce or Merck. It's towards other things. But obviously, when it's said and done, buddy, you get a podium. Good luck before we let you go. Please thank your sponsors, and we'll see you in hopefully a few weeks for season 2 and whatever other events you run for NASRA. You've definitely started to make a big footprint in the NASRA sanction and sim world, no doubt. Since you've been racing, competing, going for wins, and obviously looking for championships too, my friend.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody at NASRA. This is kind of my new home. I plan on running as many races as I can, as many leagues as I can. I have a ball in here. Everybody's super fast. It's super competitive. just an all-around good league. NASRA altogether got some great admins. Justin White, even from what he's going through, being able to, we might have had that little hiccup last week and had a little practice race, but that's all right. People make mistakes. We all make mistakes, but yeah, I'll definitely be back. I guess it'd be a month, and they'll start the new season.
I think it'll be something like that. He said give him about a month or so. They're already working on the planning. So I would say probably May when we'll come back for it. So yeah, we'll see you then. And obviously Monday and Thursday also. Oh, Friday, Monday and Friday.
Yeah, I just want my sponsors, Cofield Asphalt Refinish and Cofield's Plant Service. SM Racing Products, you ain't got a button box. Go check those guys out. Special thanks to Lucas Lyons. It's an old paint I used to run in another league. He freshened it up for me, so get it out on the track since I had to change my paint, because of what happened.
Well, there's the thoughts of Jonathan Cofield, ladies and gentlemen. He will finish in the number 3 position when this race is concluded. Well, here's a look one more time at the results, and obviously you see the names of the drivers. First off, I definitely want to acknowledge the 6 racing for the championship when it was all said and done in the playoff standings, ready to battle it out, obviously. And, of course, when it was all said and done, you see them, Jeff Merck over Jonathan Cofield, Matt Holmes, obviously 4th, Michael Larch 6th. Who else am I thinking of? Justin Clapper 9th, and I believe it was Bo Tiffany, and he was 14th when it's all said and done. So, Dean Hopton, your final take on everything, buddy. Obviously, it got wild there in that 3rd and final stage, but when it's all said and done, again, it's Jeff Merck, the champion for NASRA for now. Not only the NASRA C.O.P.S Truck Series, but also the NASRA Cup Series for the first time. And a matter of fact, before I do let you go, Cody Nutt, the Vice President of Operations behind Brady LaBeouf of NASRA, has got words for the inaugural Cup Series champion of Floridian, Jeff Merck.
I didn't really have words, but what's up, guys? Jeff, same stuff as always. I already sent you the banner. I pretty much just completed it while everyone was talking here. It's also in the chat room above us if Dean wants to attach it real quick and show it. But yeah, the banner will be submitted to 213 like usual. I'll send you the link whenever it's available. And then I'm not sure if Justin's going to allow it, but he better, because that's kind of what we do here in NASRA, is you'll be the thumbnail for all the broadcasts for next season.
Oh, wow.
The same photo. But yeah, so I'll send the link to you whenever it's completed. I already have it. The banner's already been made, and it was sent to you so you could see it. And it was sent above us. But yeah, 213 will have it, and it'll probably be like a week's time before they send me the link, because it's usually how long it takes them to create the banner.
There it is. If you're watching, there it is on the screen up on the top left. That's what that banner will look like, and he will hoist up, thanks to 213 Simware, just like he got for being the NASRA C.O.P.S Truck Series champion back in Season 8, along with the Rookie of the Year. And Jeff Burke, now you get to add that inaugural. They need to put inaugural on there somewhere. The first Cup Series champion ever.
I'll add it to the bottom down there. I still have time. I haven't emailed it to them yet.
I think Jeff is speechless. He might be kissing the trophy queen right now. He might be kissing the trophy queen.
Probably. He might have stepped away. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. As always, appreciate everyone that's raced for this season.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Hang on.
My mic was muted. I have my mic muted. Yeah, no, my wife sent me a text and she goes, I guess you don't get to thank your sponsors today. So I was like, okay.
Oh.
Did I not let you thank your sponsors? I thought I did.
You did not.
Well, thank your sponsors then, man. Go ahead.
My loving wife inside rooting me on. She sent me a text right before that last restart. She said, just stay calm. I know you can do it. So thanks, babe. I love you. Thanks for letting me do this as my hobby. JRB Designs, Catch Fence Motorsports, Chevy, Camaro. And these guys don't get enough love every time somebody thanks the sponsors. I got to thank Bob over at TLC for coming on, being a primary sponsor. Premier Racing Setups. They do a great job with the setups. So go over to Premier Racing Setups if you want to buy a setup. Use the code NASRA at checkout, and you get 15% off, and 15% goes back into the NASRA fund for us putting on these great races. You guys up in the booth, I love going back watching the replays. I say it over and over and over. Cody Knott, Brady LaBeouf, all the admins over here. I don't see how they keep all these series up in the air at one time and being as strong as they are all the time. So it's a great place to race, and I look forward to racing here as long as they'll let me. So
there you go.
I think I got everybody.
Glad see. So we were purposely bringing you back to thank your sponsors and to show you that banner because Cody Knott obviously was going to acknowledge you as well. So, well, Dean Hopton, we reached the end of the rainbow, my friend. Me and you have called many races under the NASRA banner, not to mention in my 30-year broadcasting career, always a stellar producer, director, and also a fun color man as well, man. We have fun. Your take of the NASRA Cup Series is we'll get ready to rewind them, re-rack them, restack them, and we'll go for season 2 in about a month.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Got the microphone levels right, hopefully this time around. Yeah, but it's been a pleasure, sharing the booth with the voice of NASRA there, learning to commentate and broadcast at the same time. But you're the man that helped me out there. And, of course, it wouldn't be without the fantastic audience that we have all along there, isn't it? The family members really chime in there, the friends, everybody. It's so much fun. As I did say during the broadcast, I do produce quite a few races, generally a day, and not many leagues that I've ever been a part of have so much interaction from the audience. So that it's so great to have that. It brings the spirits up of the drivers, gets everybody involved. It's one big family here at NASRA, and it's very much appreciated. And I love being the broadcaster and sometimes calling races with you, Wesley.
Fun times as well. I want to say thank you also to many other people behind the scenes. Obviously, the Redneck announcer, Jacob Reeves. I want to acknowledge William Tiller. He filled in one night also on the Cup Series, calling a race with us. And obviously, we want to say thank you to the Commander-in-Chief, the people behind the North American Sim Racing Association, now in its 5th year upcoming, Mr. Obviously Brady LaBeouf and Cody Knott. Race director, of course, Justin White, and the amazing folks from turning Thunderclap into the NASRA Cup Series. In closing, thank you to all of our partners, including the premier partners of the Cup Series. Thanks to, of course, Mr. Carr, Bob Carr, and TLC Incorporated and Premier Racing Setups. For Dean Hopton, this is Wesley Outland congratulating the Floridian Jeff Merck in 20 starts. His 3rd win is the championship and the inaugural winner of the NASRA Cup Series. Be good to one another. God bless you all, and we'll see you in a month for season 2 right around the corner. Good evening.